live.
Let's see. We're live.
We're
not
live.
Live.
We're not live. I don't. We're on YouTube, right?
We're on
YouTube
both.
and Facebook.
We're on YouTube and Facebook.
It's just come through on YouTube that we're live. Let me check Facebook, because this is first time doing Facebook at the same time.
It is. It's the first time we've tried
so
this.
Does that stay? Oh.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
everybody.
Yeah, we are we're actually live on Facebook as well.
Wow. Well, darn. And believe it or not, I'm searching and I don't see it on either one.
Really?
Live. Let me go back to
there we go, Bill. We're there, look. We're live on Facebook.
Wow.
Good evening, Ben. Scotty's on Facebook. Look, we get little. Look,
we get icons.
We can tell who's on who.
Can you see chat, Bill?
I hate when I'm dealing. Well, oh God, yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of. I see Joanne Brown.
It's all right.
Nigel.
Yes. Afternoon, everybody. Not doing readings today, Lisa. We're talking about demonology and Middle Earth with.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Afternoon. Oh, it's morning to you.
It's morning to Wild Bill.
Well, actually, it's 11 a.m. So yes, we still are in the morning time, but
technically,
we will be afternoon.
Well, to Scotty, 11 a.m. still middle at night.
Well, yeah.
So how
as you can tell, we've got Natalie on from East Tennessee. Is that near you, Bill?
Yes, it is. East Tennessee is probably, depending on what part she's in, about a couple-hour drive from me.
There we go. So as you can guess, while Bill is in America, he is in the United States. And he'll tell you a little bit about himself in a moment. But I have just got to say a very happy birthday to a special young girl. She's 5 today. And I know Mom and Dad do watch. And we and John would like to say happy birthday to Clara. So happy birthday, sweetheart.
Yes, happy birthday, Clara. I hope you have a great 5th birthday.
So, well, Bill, it's over to you.
Thank you. I finally, give me about 2 seconds. Zippity doo da, zippity day.
My
what a horrible day.
Natalie's in Gatlinburg.
Oh, Gatlinburg. Oh, that is a beautiful town. That is a what we call a tourist trap. You know who Dolly Parton is, right?
Yes, yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's where Dollywood is, up in that area. It's called Gatlinburg, and there's a place called Pigeon Forge, which is right next door to it. Those two places are kind of basically together, or considered the greater Gatlinburg, and Dollywood is in Pigeon Forge. But yes, that's close up to where all my family is from, is up in that area. Yeah. I know that place very well. As a matter of fact, I even lived in Gatlinburg at one time. So, yeah.
You might even know of them.
Well, if she was in Gatlinburg back in the let's say late 70s, maybe.
Well, she might have heard of you anyway.
No, luckily I wasn't that infamous back then.
You wasn't that infamous back then.
No, back then, believe it or not, back then I was a good boy. Very
yes, Vanessa. We can see you, Vanessa.
Yes, we can see everybody. Hello. We've not said hello to everybody coming into chat, but we can see you all coming in. So please share the stream out, and please subscribe to ourselves and Wild Bill. I'm sure Wild Bill will share his channels out as we go through, and where you can find him and who you can find him working with.
There you go. I was going to say, as far as channels are concerned, basically all I've got is my own private page, and if somebody wants to go in there and send me, follow, whatever, I am more than happy to let you. Just be forewarned of what you might find on there. But I work with I work with HAPRC, which is a Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Center. I have a show on that comes on twice a month on Wednesdays. The first one will be next Wednesday, April the 1st. It's called The Rantings of a Madman.
Yeah.
And we're just going to have just general discussions and stuff.
We're looking forward to that.
We are. We will share the links when he goes live into our page and on YouTube, so you can try and get onto links. But yeah, really looking forward to that.
I do appreciate that, guys. I really do, and it will be on the HAPRC live show live page. Oh, God, tongue tied. But anybody's welcome. It's an open public page. Anybody's welcome to come and watch. But we also have a lot of other interesting things, such as we also have a show on demonology, which I am not on that one. Another gentleman is, which is great. I love that.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of other shows having to do with the paranormal, which there again, paranormal does have a lot of different venues in it.
It does.
There's a lot of things in the paranormal that you find, but we have a good time. We also have some chit chats on there every once in a while, just to kind of lighten the mood and everything, especially during this time of being locked in.
Exactly.
And having to stay inside with
a dog barking
with our own devils. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
our own demon dog.
Yeah, I got my demon dog locked outside. Nemo, the dog from hell.
I'm gonna block her out if she keeps barking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, luckily nobody's come up. We live in a cul-de-sac, which nobody comes up a lot because my dog Diogi, he will sound off, and then Nemo, the fearless one, will start raising heck.
Yeah.
And it's just, y'all might hear it. If something happens, y'all might hear it. And at that point, please, people, just try to ignore it. But today we're going to be talking about, we're going to kind of touch in on a subject that Lindsay is really interested in. It's the theory of Middle Earth or Inner Earth. That's a very, very interesting subject. I am going to throw my little 2 cents in. It's also as good as the theory of the flat Earth, which will be another day.
Yes.
But actually, the flat Earth theory does kind of give credence or evidence to Inner Earth.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to touch on that, and then the other one is we're going to touch in on basically demonology. I'm not going to say I'm the foremost. Well, yeah, I don't think there is anything such as an expert, but I am not going to say I am the foremost knowledgeable person on it. But I do know about it. I have studied it, and I have learned through different types of educations about it. And but my knowledge, what I have, I am willing to give, and if nothing else, at least fuel the fire enough that you will go out and search more. So if nothing else, it's just using me as a kind of a stepping stone to get to somewhere else.
Yeah.
This is kind of my goal is for people to open up their minds, understand that there's other things out there than just what the schools and other entities tell you there is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff out there is hidden. And the reason why it is hidden is because the human race, if it was bombarded with we'll say the truth, if mankind was bombarded with the truth right now, especially right now, we would have utter worldwide chaos and anarchy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they got to keep it hid a little bit. But if you go out there and you look, you will find it. And this is only general of paranormal. I mean, we're talking aliens, UFOs, skinwalkers, everything. It's out there. But anyways, today's subjects are going to be, as we said, those two, unless we just get hung up on one, which is fine. I'm willing to do other shows, especially since I've had some time. Since I've had some time freed up now, and we know what I mean by that.
I do.
Hey,
Loads of time.
I mean, sometimes things can fool you. I tell you. Let me tell you. Sometimes. Oh wow! But anyways. Okay. Vanessa's asking me, Bill, do I make those? No, Vanessa. What it is I help artists out. I am blessed enough that I used to work there, and my wife still does, at one of the world's largest craft suppliers in the world. And I get in craft supplies, which in turn I send to up and coming artists that really don't have a lot of money. And I try to I send them what I call a care package, which is basically a lot of art supplies. Can range anywhere from paintbrushes and all that. But anyway, long story short, they create these things and they send them to me, and I put them up in my collection. And I also sponsor them. People ask about them. I said, which one are you talking about? They'll say, oh, that one. I say, okay, here's who you go talk to go get one just like it if you want it. So I send them business. But but no, ma'am, I am not that creative. My creativity goes in a different way. I'm just not really that good with my hands.
You're a talker.
Huh?
You're a talker, aren't you, Bill?
John, don't you need to cut the grass? The pear shack's blowing away. Go jump in and hold it down. Anyway.
So yeah,
that's what it is. But go ahead, Lindsay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yes, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, just saying that's what. Yeah.
Oh,
that were a good that were a good mass. That when I watched you with HR
PRC.
Yes. When I watched you with them, and Neil had got his mask behind him, the Elephant Man.
Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Center.
That's it. Yes. We'll put that in comments. But yeah, I was looking at Neil's mask, because did you send Neil his mask?
Yes.
Elephant Man. Yeah.
I had a artist friend of mine who actually owns a special effects company out in Riverside, California, which basically we say Hollywood. And he actually does special effects for, he did the in the movie Sharknado 3 about the sharks in the tornado. Sharknado 3, he did the sharks for Sharknado 3. He's done some stuff, a good bit of stuff with Traumaville Films, which is the originators of the Toxic Avenger. You must have a bit of Irish in you as well. I mean, in you, as we are good talkers. No, ma'am. I thank you, though. I would love to be Irish. I love the Irish. Believe me, I love a nice Irish redhead, and just anyway. That's getting off on another completely.
It is, yeah. So easily led.
I've got ADD. In case just something happens, and oh, look, a squirrel.
That, me and Claire are exactly the same. And Claire, when Claire comes on, we're talking, and next minute Claire will just start looking because she'll see something that takes her eye. It's like, everybody's used to it now, Bill. We us lot.
Well, to be honest, I really don't have ADD. What I've got is, and this is clinical, and the doctor did tell me this, which made me excited. I'll tell you why afterwards, but. The doctor informed me because, every once in a while, I tell you, God, my brain went on a Bahama cruise and left me standing at the curb with the luggage. I'll say that sometimes when I forget stuff.
Yeah.
But I found out what it is my mind vasculates. That sounds good, don't it? Vasculate.
Yeah. Vasculates. Yes.
Vasculate.
Good word.
Sounds dirty, don't it?
It does.
But it doesn't. It isn't, unfortunately. I mean, that's the reason why it made me happy. Is like, oh boy, I've got a sick mind. Sicker than I thought I did. But anyways, it means that your brain is moving so fast that by the time it tells the words to come out, it's done gone to another subject.
Yeah.
And that's not really ADD. It's just like, well, we finished this one. The mouth ain't moving fast enough. And now we're on this one, but people also tell me I talk fairly fast. So anyways. But,
you talk beautifully, Bill. You talk beautifully. I love the accent. I could sit and listen all day to the accent. It's me.
Well,
I'm a people's accent.
Well, good, because right now you're listening to one that does not have an accent.
I know.
I can go up north and they'll say I have an accent. I come here where I live. They say I have an accent. I go out to Texas where some of my family's at. They say I have an accent. What it is my accent fits in nowhere.
Yeah, that's because you've been around though, haven't you, Bill? You've lived many places and picked up different accents.
I've lived in a few different caves. You're right. I have.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to wander on, but then sometimes the good old government, they put you places where you really don't want to go, but you go anyways because they kind of make you. And, it's just like when you go up in an airplane and the guy says jump and you say why, and he puts his boot up your, and then he says that's why. So, things like that.
Yes.
But yeah, I really don't have a true accent though.
No. I don't think I've got an accent, but
you're British. I mean, I'm sorry. And I know.
I know.
And I know Britain itself has like 5 or 6 different types of accents.
Oh, as many.
Depending where you go, if not more. Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, Scottish is pretty much Scottish. Irish is pretty much Irish. But British, you listen to the accent, and then you listen to the accent, and then you can figure out where they're from just by listening to the accent.
Yeah, you can actually. Yeah, you can. So, what got you in then, Bill? I'll start it off with first question. What got you into demonology then? What made you go down that line to get more information and become, because you are a demonologist?
I have got a certificate diploma in demonology, and it's more for the demonology part toward the paranormal, to be honest.
Yep.
And I do have the training to do exorcisms.
Yep.
And to assist in stuff. But to be honest, what got me into it, I tell you what really got me into it. That's probably one of the newest things I've been into, because that was back in the 70s. Well, I'm sorry, for a lot of these people, they might not have even been born yet. But for me, that was later in life, because I got into paranormal, like I said, from my mama or my grandmother. And Gillian Daniels, my friend, lives in. And yes, I'm Native American also. And Joe Mack wants to know what's on your necklace. This is my compass. It's my compass, is what it is. It's Norse, Viking, but it's also Druid. But it's my compass in life, is what that is. But yeah, thank you for asking, Joe Mack. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Demonology, what really got me into it? It sounds cheesy and corny. It was a movie. Would anybody like to guess what movie it was? Hold on. Let's see if anybody in the comments gets it. So far, no. But there's
a shot in the dark.
What is demonology? Okay, we'll get to that in just a second, Vanessa. I promise you. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Lindsay. What do you think?
Was it The Exorcist?
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. You get one roll of blue paper. Yeah. That prize, ladies and gentlemen, was worth $1,200 US.
Oh, Tammy put it in just after I said it.
But, okay. Well, Tammy, you got it too. But yes, it was The Exorcist that got me really interested into demons. We'll say, I'm not going to quite say demonology, but got me into demons. Enough so that I started looking into demons and then then started reading more and more books on it and stuff. And then not a few years ago, that's when I really got my certificate in it by taking courses, like I said, for demonology and parapsychology and paranormal world. And then with the me being ordained as a minister, I've also done training and received powers through them, also through the church. So but that's how I got started, and then it just kept growing and kept growing and kept growing. But demonology, it's been built up way out of proportion. It's been and it probably will say it started with The Exorcist. We will say that, the movie. And then once computers got in and televisions, I'll actually say that the internet is probably the best evidence of parapsychology, because especially live feeds, because if it's live, you really can't fake it.
Yeah.
But on TVs, yes. How many demons have you come into contact with? Okay, first off, let me do this. We're starting to get questions. I'm going to tell you exactly. Vanessa wanted to know what demonology is. So I'm going to basically tell you exactly how it was told to me. It says demonology is not a supernatural ability or a gift that you are born with. It is a study of demons and demon beliefs. And then it says demons are rooted in various theologies and religions from around the world. They can it's a multi-faith type things, because every faith has their own different demons. A lot of them you can actually look at them, and if you look at them, they might be called something different. That's due to the faith.
Yeah.
But actually, they are the same demon, and you have different types of demons. So, like I said, the easiest way to say what is demonology. These are demonologies. Okay, demons are entities that were never human. You have different types of demons. So we'll get into that shortly. Tammy Petty wanted to know, how many demons have you come in contact with? I'll be perfectly honest. I've been doing this on my own with other people, just different ways, for about the last 40 years. And during that time, I have ran into I put it like this. I have ran into objects that supposedly was a demon entity attached to it. But there again, I was never able to get a name from it. I was never able to confirm what it was. So what I had to do was say, instead of a demon, it was more of a malevolent type thing.
Yeah.
But I did have to exercise two things from it, because it would not leave. Other teams had been in there. It would not leave. So I actually went in with a team and I did my part of it. And it worked because they never got any other calls back from the people or anything. So in my book, it worked.
Yeah.
So, and then, but as far as seeing one or something like that, when I was younger, now this is also after I had seen the movie The Exorcist, which might have been part of the reason why it did to me what it did.
Yeah.
But we were out, me and a couple other friends, we were out in an area that we used to go party in. You know, make a little bonfire and stuff. This was back during the good old days. Mistake. Is it true once you have their name, you have? It depends really on the pact or deal you make with them. But there again, you've also got to remember that what you are dealing with is a non-human. I'll put it like this: some are just evil, and some can actually help you. But you also have to remember they're deceitful because of the way that once they do something good for you, believe me, it is not for free.
Oh, they want something in return.
Later on, they want something in return. So at that point, do you have power over them? They let you think you do. That's like, let's say, that's like being married. And the man thinks he's the boss. Okay, that's you as the person. Then you have the wife. You have the wife, on the other hand, which is, we'll say, to make things easy, the demon.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
And then some people can relate to that, but they let you think. I'm the same way. I'm the boss anytime I'm the boss anytime my wife lets me. But, it's the way they do things. The demons do things. They do things to make you think, yes, you've got power over them. Yes, you control them. Yes, until you got to remember that when you do this, they're also getting to you. They're also attaching themselves to you. So if you drop your guard, if you let your guard down, no, they could take over. I mean, like I said, there's some out there that do good to a point, but still, all demons, and I'm using the term loosely on that one, are malevolent, because some people think that poltergeist are demons, and all that is just a mischievous ghost, spirit, energy, and people would think that might be evil because it throws something at them, But anyway, I was wondering your thoughts on the work John Zappis. I enjoy this. Okay, I just checked him. I'll be honest. I just really checked him out on YouTube simply because I was watching a feed last night from ETA, and I noticed there was a doctor in there, and I've got their name, and be honest, I checked them out.
Yep.
Who is this person? And is demons a spirit? No, demons are not a spirit. Demons are real. They just come in different energy forms than what we would think, because a demon can physically manifest itself to where it can touch you and you can touch it, that it's physical. A spirit energy, not so much. But anyway, this person, so I just saw the doctor's name, which I do intend on going back and look at. That's John Zappis, that is.
Yeah.
Go back and look at him more. Now, this other person, the doctor, anyways, the only thing I saw was the only thing I saw was that she posted John's videos. That was it. Nothing about her.
No.
And
But she
anyway,
she only joined YouTube yesterday, I think it was. Her account only come up. She started it. Oh, we're on 20th.
26.
On 26th, that's when she opened her account on YouTube. So
well, I googled and did a back search.
Yeah.
On that name. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But anyways, how can demons attach themselves to you? Well, basically, they just devour you. Basically, they just, let's see. How would you explain this? Let me pick a good way to say it. When I say take you over, they can, in a certain energy, come in and take you over until they can manifest their own physical self. But if they manifest themselves as their own physical self, about the way they're going to take you then is either mentally or physically, and the physical part would not be good, because I'm not saying they're going to come in and take over your body. I'm saying they're going to come in and take care of your body. Because you won't be number one. There are burial mounds. Do I need to be concerned since I am an empath? They are burial mounds. Deanna, they are burial mounds. Do I need to be concerned since I am? I mean, a burial mound is a burial mound, and it's a very sacred thing to the Native Americans. The Cherokee also did burial mounds and also burial pyramids, just like the Aztecs and Mayas did down in Central America. But if you will explain that a little bit more, maybe I can maybe understand it better. Let's see. Demons taking over and spiritual possession is different, I was told. Oh, yeah. Yes. It is. Because spiritual possession, well, it's different for the deal that a spirit, as what you're talking about, is an energy of a human life form, or a past human life form. And a demon, you got to remember, like I said, was never human at all. And they are a entity of their own. And so, yes, the possession of them to you would be different each way. Yes. I'll put it like this. The demon is more malevolent than the spirit is, and it will do you more damage to you than what I believe the spirit will. But that's my beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay. What were your thoughts on when someone just seems to snap and kill someone? Do you think that's a demon that has taken over? No.
I think, are we talking there, when you're talking about that, Tammy, are we talking about like Amityville and places like that?
Okay, I agree. I'm thinking of just the general John Doe out there snapping and just shooting somebody. Now, agree. Tammy, are you talking as in, are you talking like the Amityville horror or something like that? Yes or no? Joe Mack, I agree. Rather than snap at someone, walk away if you can, I say. Like I always say, sometimes it is better to smile and walk away than it is to grab a fork and stab them in the eye.
I'd take the fork option.
Okay.
I'm messing.
I never did get to finish up real quick, Tracy Ann. Keep that message up there if you can. I want to see it. Just
I will.
Real quick.
Tammy's answered. She's put no, like a complete regular good citizen, and then he'll just kill the whole family in a
No. I mean, I'll put it like this: there is a possibility, but I would have to study it.
But then you've got mental health and all sorts that could come into it, rather than just
I would have to study it, and I would also have to study the person to see if there is, because I can go as far as doing a study to see if maybe there is a malevolent a malevolent demon in a person, but I personally, with my age and my health factor and stuff, I could not do anything about it except for go to somebody who can do something about it and maybe assist them, knowing that at any given time, if I walk out of the room, that's it. But the thing is, when an exorcism starts going, once it starts, it continues.
Yeah.
And you just don't have somebody walk out of the room, because when you do that, you then break the chain, which also breaks the energy, and things can go completely wrong at that point. So once you're in there, basically, you got to tough it up and put your big girl panties on and do it to it. So,
Yeah.
you know, but real quick though, the demon that really got me is one, like I said, we were out at this place. We had a little bonfire going. We were doing the little conjuring type thing. No, it was not with a Ouija board, but it was with a pentagram and candles and stuff. I caught a glimpse of this one thing, and basically to me, it was a demon. And yes, I'm going to use the corny thing that, yes, it had red eyes glaring, but I know other animals have that too when lights are shined at them. But this was just due to the mass of it. If it had been something, it would have had to be like a bear or bigger. And we do not have bears in that area where we were at that time. So I really don't know what it was, because all I know, it was something, and we talked about it. It was something that was pitch black. Hold on just a second. I got to take this call, please.
No worries, Bill. Don't put us on silent.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm online live. I'm good. You need anything, dear?
That's his boss.
Love you.
It's
Bye.
a demon.
No, John. I am the demon. She is the demon tamer.
Right.
I'm sorry. Yes, folks, that was my boss, better known as Melody, my wife, my savior, my one and only. I wouldn't do anything without her. She's my number one. Really is. She really is. And if y'all all believe that, I got some beachfront property I want to sell y'all in Arizona. Anyways, yes, but what it was dark outside, and of course, us being around the fire, when you look off into the woods and stuff, it's going to be dark, right?
Yep.
But this thing, though, was blacker than black, if you know what I mean. It was like, here's darkness, here's a hole. It was unexplainable. And there was noises that was made. I'm not going to say growling stuff, but it was noises that just like, when it happened, you know how goosebumps come up and your skin crawls? The hair on the back of your neck stands up. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So, you know, and but anyway, so that scared me. And yes, the only thing it saw, pardon my French, folks, but this is the best way to put it. All that thing saw was elbows and asshole, because I was gone.
Yeah.
And I didn't turn back to see what it was, did not care what it was. But that was before I really knew anything. And now, I mean, I'll be honest, I'd like to go back and really see if it was. Okay, I missed that one question. It was so big. And but that's all right. Let me see what this one is real quick, though. It says, question, the world is older than Christianity. Demons didn't exist for a long part of history. Some of the pagan deities, yes, would be considered demons. And yes, Christianity is pretty old, but there again, there was demons before Christianity. Because if you look into the other religions that are older than Christianity, you will find out that they mention demons and they name them.
Yeah.
So yes, demons have been around for a long, long time. I mean, even a jinn, in some respects, even a jinn is considered a demon. But there again, too, you've also got to remember that pagans and all them, they also did a lot of nature reverence, religions. And those I would not, was the demon Lilith Adam's first wife? Yes, it was. Hold on just a second. But you got elementals. Those I would not consider demons, but they are there. So I think you have both. Okay, what was Lilith okay, let's first off, Lilith ain't a demon. I'm sorry, beyond the dark veil. Lilith is not a demon. If anything, Lilith is a dark angel. And yes, Lilith was Adam's first wife. And do we know the story of Lilith? Real quick.
No.
Do y'all know the story of Lilith? Okay. Okay. God, in his great wisdom, which I now question, created man. I think that was the biggest mistake God made. But anyways.
I think Lindsay'd agree with you.
Well, man, okay, real quick. Man is a cancer. He destroys everything he touches. Man is the only animal that will kill just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now back to Lilith. Okay. God made Adam, and God sent Lilith to be his partner, his mate. So at that time, yes, Lilith was an angel sent down to be with Adam. All right. Lilith, in turn, well, Adam's telling her stuff and everything, and she's just like, I ain't listening to you, you know. And Adam, you know, I guess Adam complained to God, saying, God, she ain't listening to anything I say, going against me and everything. So, you know, Lilith told God, she said, hey, I'm not going to be subservient to man. I will be his equal. She is actually the first women's liver, was Lilith. But she said, I'm not going to be subservient to man. And God says, well, if you're not going to be subservient to Adam, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast you away. I'm going to cast you down to earth, down into earth, hell, basically. All your babies will die. You will never have any babies. So basically, it's said that Lilith became the wife of Leviathan, Satan, Beelzebub, Styx, whoever you want to call him. But that's where Lilith was. And then you hear about that Adam was put to, you hear that Eve came around and that she was made from man. Okay, what happened is when Lilith was delivered to where she went, God put Adam to sleep, removed one of his left ribs, and then made Eve. So that way, when Eve was made and created, she was part of Adam, so she had to be subservient to Adam. So that's what all that's about. Yes.
Yeah.
And about paranormal said something. Research, you have to strip away all the Christian in Hollywood. Yes, I agree about paranormal. I do agree. You have to strip away all the movies and stuff like that, and you've actually got to study the books. But there again, be careful what you do, because you can open up a whole can of worms by doing things that you don't know what you're doing or how to finish.
See, people don't realize that, do they, Bill? You know, like when some of them are doing these silly things, they don't actually realize what they could open, what they could bring.
Right. I do agree. I'm sorry. I was also reading this comment right here.
Okay.
About that, about what she was talking about. I do not think a demon. If a demon took over a person's body, it's only really because it's trying to manifest itself into a physical state. So whatever human is in that body won't be in that body. It will be the demon. So
yeah,
if they live happily ever after? No. One of the two have to go. Both cannot stay in the body. One of them has to go. And usually if it goes that far that the that the entity actually enters the body by that time, unless if you have an exorcism, and it's done by somebody who really knows what they're doing, that the human side of that body, you can probably pretty much kiss goodbye, because at that point, yes, the entity will take it over and will take full control over and become it.
Yeah.
So, yes, I would think that they would die, if you want to say that.
Just to jump back, Deanna put something earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. Deanna put, she were asking about burial mounds, and what it is. Deanna's, obviously she lives in America, I forgot where Deanna lives, but there is ancient American mounds that are near her home.
And they were massacred.
Right. So she's an empath. Yeah. So she was asking, did she ask if she was safe, or
has she got anything to worry about?
Has she got anything to worry about with that being so close to her property?
Here's the deal, and I always say this, and y'all even heard me say this before too. Respect.
Yeah.
Show respect. I would not go digging around an Indian mound, but as far as going there, yes, you could actually go there and speak with the spirits from that mound. But show respect, please, because I myself, I am Native American. I'm Cherokee.
What could she do to show respect, Bill? If she didn't know what could she do? What could
just tell them, I'm sorry for what happened in the past. I'm sorry my ancestors did what they did, and just be truthful.
Yeah.
And don't have any malice. I'll put it like this. If you have any malice in your thoughts while being there, please don't go. Please don't.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anything but respect, please don't go. Okay. Oh boy, Simon. I've got to get Simon down here.
I know. We're going to bring Simon on. I'm not sure whether he wants to come on. I'll let him message me if he's ready. He had a difficult. He's been to a funeral, so I'm not sure whether Simon.
Ask him if you like. I would love to chat with Simon also. Okay, I just missed that last one. It was real long.
Dr.
Villain, was it?
Yeah, Dr. Villain. I've found it. Is it true that if a demon stays inside the body will eventually set alight, because God made a thing where any demon that attaches to a human body eventually burns?
On that one, knowing, I'll be honest, I don't know. But here is my thought on it. If a demon did take over the body, what would happen to the soul that was in that body? It really depends on the soul.
Yeah.
If it's not a good soul, it was not a good person, no, it's not. As a matter of fact, it might have just got a ticket, one-way ticket straight to Leviathan. But a good soul, he probably just gave them a one-way ticket to the pearly gates. Unless if that spirit was angry, and of course at that time, maybe the spirit might have hung around. For what purpose, don't know. But there again, they have their own purpose, and sometimes they will tell people. Okay, I don't believe in demons, so how are they going to get me if I don't? Simon, believe it or not, in paranormal field and in demonology field and everything, this word pops up a lot about, do you believe? I've actually had some that is just like in witchcraft. Will this work? Do you believe it will work? No, I don't. Well, it won't. Now, as far as a demon, with the understanding that I have, if a demon was to attach itself to a person who is not a believer, I mean, I put it like this, say for instance, let's just use this hypothetically. We're having a Ouija board thing going on. We're using the talking board. Okay, GS paranormal. Without light, you wouldn't have a shadow. Without shadow, you wouldn't have light. Without good, you don't have evil. Without evil, you don't have good. Yin yang, right? It all there is both. There has to be a balance. But God, I lost my thought where I was. Help me, Lindsay. Where was I?
We'll talk about Simon saying that he don't believe in demons.
You just said about doing a Ouija board.
Yeah, and you were on about Ouija board.
Or anything. And, that if you are in the vicinity and an entity manifests itself or comes about, and things are not done correctly, or you don't believe, but you are a negative. As my memo would say, you are a negative ninny. Is what you are. At that point, the energy can attract itself to that negativity, and yes, it will draw you. It will draw it in. Yes, it can still take hold of a body. I've been told, Vanessa, I have been told that many, many times, like Robert De Niro. I'd rather be Al Pacino myself, but I can't pass that one off. But Simon, yes, it could. One could take hold, even if you are not a believer. But there again, that's just my thought, because some also believe, like you might, that it's sort of like casting spells, that if you're a believer, it will work. If you're a non-believer, it won't work. I've even had people say that if the person that is being sent to is not a believer and you are, it won't do them nothing. It won't do them no harm or no good, because, hey, they don't believe. So, but demons, no, they're out there. They are out there. Just because I haven't actually shook hands with one doesn't keep me skeptic. Now, I am skeptic when it comes up to somebody saying, oh, I know where one's at. Da, 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 da. I want to see this. But as far as them being real, no, I've seen too much other proof that they are real. And this is staying away from TV, movies, and things like that. This is just the real stuff. So, but yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Everyone has different, of course, everyone has, that's what makes the world go around. It's because everybody is different. I mean, if everybody was like me, this world would be full of a bunch of assholes.
You're like Mad Max.
Do what now?
It'd be like Mad Max film if everyone were like you, Bill.
I could enjoy that. I have no problem.
No, none at all.
If I could have his car, yeah.
Simon's put them, we must be brothers then, because people say that about him.
Welcome. Welcome.
We've also got, I can't find it. Brett put something about he doesn't believe in demons and he doesn't believe in angels. And a couple of people have also said they don't believe in angels either. See, my personal opinion, and it is my belief only, I do believe that I believe I've got an angel watching over me, because there's been certain times when an accident should have happened, and it was like something intervened to protect me or stop it from happening. And that's why we've been driving cars into it. We've had certain things happen. I do believe that there is angels, but that, like you said, that's what I believe in.
Well. Okay. I don't believe in angels.
Yep.
But I believe in higher powers and higher beings.
Yeah. I
do believe we might have something watching over our shoulders. But I'm not going to call it an angel, because I don't believe in angels.
Yeah.
So basically, angels is Christianity.
Yeah.
I follow Christianity, but I also follow Hindu. I also follow Muslim. I also follow satanic. I also follow Luciferian. I respect all the religions, and the reason why I say that, because if you put them all together into one book and read them, they all say the same thing.
They all say the same, don't they? Yeah,
it's what it is. But but if you want to call it an angel, that's fine, because that is your belief. That's fine. But we're all talking about the same thing. Yes, I do believe in the quote unquote angel. Because like I tell people, I believe in a supreme being due to the area that I'm in and due to most of the religion is here.
Yeah.
The ones here want to call him God. So I'll call him God.
Yeah.
And they call his son Jesus. So, okay, if you really want to say that's
see, this is where I go daft, because I believe in the higher power, not necessarily in God, in the name God or Jesus. But then I'll believe in things like angels. I do believe in, like you said, I do believe in the demons, but I don't think the demons that people are seeing on films and on certain other things that get shown. Do you know what I mean? I don't believe they're demons that they're getting in. Do you know what I mean, Bill? But yeah, totally.
Oh, I know. But first off, watching TV and stuff, I take all that as I would say, as entertainment.
Yeah.
Yes, entertainment. But I think But I think entertainment plays a massive part, though, Bill, in people believing, and
they don't know where to look to find the answers.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do. I try to come on, if nothing else, and I'll tell you, hey, I don't know a lot about it, but here's what I know. If nothing, maybe I can open your mind enough to get you motivated to go research it.
Yeah.
And please, when you research it, if I was wrong, please do me a favor. Come back and tell me.
Yeah.
And show me your proof, because I'm always learning. Like the old saying goes, you're never too old to learn. And it's true.
Yeah.
I learn something new every day, But, prove to me I'm wrong. I love that.
Yeah.
But, of course, if I fire back with some of my proofs, don't take against it, because we're having an honest debate,
Yeah.
But prove to me I'm wrong. And if you prove to me I'm wrong, believe me, I am the first person in the world that will tell you, I'm sorry, you're right. I was wrong.
Wow, Joe, what are you doing here, right? I say.
You'll never see his face if we put that
up. Okay. And but anyway, on the mushroom deal, above paranormal, yes, in the Native American, we also do other things besides just mushrooms. I will tell you now, the best one in the world to use is peyote.
Yeah.
You smoke a little herb and you take some peyote, and then you meet your spirit animal or your spirit guardian. Yes.
Yeah.
That is.
Take care, Vanessa.
Let me see. Okay, well, Vanessa, I'm off, guys. Thank you so much, Bill, for make me understand. Love y'all. Thank you, Vanessa. I hope I did help some. If not,
you'll have to watch back, Vanessa, because we're going to talk Middle Earth soon.
And, feel free to message me if you want to. I don't really mind. And like I said, do take with what I say. I'm not going to say with a grain of salt, because simply that means don't believe it. But trust me in what I say, that is my feelings.
Yeah.
You find something different, please let me know. Please let me know, because like I said, I'm always open to be wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But I still prefer peyote. I do. I know I haven't tried those puppy seeds. But there again, I think I know what that is. If nothing else, that's like ginseng weed seeds, datura. Now, those I have done. Those are hallucinogenics.
Why did that surprise me?
Oh, well, I've also done mushrooms. I just haven't licked a frog. But
that licking a frog, yeah.
Yeah, I've done peyotes. I've done datura, which is it's a member of the belladonna family, which is something that she touched on the other day.
Yeah.
But with a different form of it. But yeah, these things look like little porcupine balls. It's got like it's the devil's berries. It looks like it has a hard casing around it. The pod does, and it has spikes all around it. You try to grab it, it hurts.
Yeah.
But you break them open and let them dry, and then you crush them up into a powder. Now, I'm not trying to get people to do this now, but because I will say this: if you take just the least little bit too much, it's night. You're gone. You're dead.
Yeah.
Are they masks or dolls? Justin Clifford, a bit of all. Why would I not see you growing, belladonna? Mm-hmm.
There we go, Claire.
Belladonna. You stick with your belladonna nightshade. I'll stick with my datura, Jensen weed. Different areas that we're grown in is all it is. You know, who uses what? Because datura.
We may do, Brett, but like Claire says, she own grows.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, datura over here grows in our area. Belladonna doesn't. So, you know, but it's still part of the belladonna family, though, because it is poisons on get out. But anyway, back to what we say. No, those aren't dolls. Those are masks, dolls, bust. I've got everything. I've got shrunken heads in here. I've got, I've got all sorts of things in here. I've even got a couple of boxes from Hellraiser. Yeah, I have fun. Anyway. Yes, as do right on that, as do other plants and can be. Yeah, they can be if you know the correct way to use it. If you don't and you do wrong, you could be dead. That's something. Yeah. But there again, that's also like with taking the chemical relief that the pharmacist gives you. Too much of them can kill you too. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, Bill, a lot, like we say, you know, like we see a lot on YouTube, these 3 a.m. demon calls, these 3 a.m. Ouija boards, these 3 a.m. all sorts. 3 a.m.
The reason why that is said a lot, I mean, you used to also hear that midnight is also the bewitching hour. But then it was basically said, real quick, sorry, not trying to change. Voodoo is not a dark religion. It just depends on which way you take it. It can be or it can be good. It's just like any other type of religion and stuff. It depends on the person that's doing it and which way is it aimed. But anyways, A-level microbiologist. Wow. Congratulations. Really. And I don't mean that sarcasm. I mean, wow. That just seems so neat. But anyways, gosh.
Claire's like you, Bill. She's a observant. She's a sponge. She's
good.
Yeah.
But, 3 a.m. See, my mama always told me it was midnight.
Yeah.
Not until later on did I hear about 3 a.m. And I think what that is, well, it is what it is, has to do with the mocking of the trilogy.
Yeah.
Father, Son, Holy Ghost comes at 3. That's the reason why a lot of these TV programs, somebody got scratched on their back. They got 3 marks. That's got to be evil. That's the sign of the trilogy. The mockery of the or the 3 knocks. TV has gotten that blown out of proportion. Because I've seen injuries being on backs in areas, and the way I always look at that is, can that person reach that area? No. Was there anybody around them? No. Okay, fine. Those marks were put on. But it was 3. I mean, it might have been 5 or 6, like somebody, you know what I'm saying?
It could be like an extra finger that's a claw gone down.
It just, but I think the 3 o'clock thing, I may be wrong. And if I am, that's great. Like I said, I think this is my thought and the way I was raised. That 3 o'clock like I said, it's supposed to be the bewitching hour, the demon hour, and the reason why they give that is supposedly at 3 o'clock. That is supposed to be the time that is the easiest and the thinnest veil between dimensions.
Yeah.
And it's supposedly easier at that time to travel between those dimensions because of that. Also, I think maybe that also came from All Saints Eve.
Yeah.
Halloween. Because it also says that during Halloween, that's the reason why you wear costumes, is to scare away the evil entities and spirits.
Yes.
And that's the reason why costumes were worn. Now, of course, US glorified it and everything, made it all big back, I think, in the 60s when they started coming out with all the costumes and really door-to-door type stuff, because Halloween was not really that.
No.
But supposedly on that night, that is supposed to be the time that the veil is the thinnest and spirits can come through, and that to visit families. That's, so yeah. Like I said, I was always told midnight was the bewitching hour.
Well, for pagans, Halloween is more of a end and a new beginning, isn't it?
Right. There is. To everything, to most religions, it was because Halloween, as we know it, was basically done by the Christians. It's just like Christmas, as we know it, was made by the Christians. And before that, it was Saint Nick and all that. It wasn't Santa Claus. It was Saint Nick and this and that. And what was so bad about it, that when the Christians did it, they left out half of the story.
Yeah.
They forgot Krampus. Because, it was what the deal was, is that Santa or Saint Nick came and gave stuff to the good children. Krampus, he came and got the children, the bad children, and punished them. 3 is the strength, the magic number. Not for me. It might be for you. You might have a reason that it is the magic number, but in everything that I do, and I know and believe, the only thing that 3 means to me is that it is a true prime number.
Yeah.
That's it. Because you might not want to know what my number is. The number that has come up on lottery, it comes up on me all the time. Okay, I think night is 12 a.m., dusk is 6 a.m. No, morning is 6 a.m. And 3 a.m., everything else wakes up, so it's fine. Yes. Okay.
All right, I'm going to Justin's put, is it 666 or 999?
I know the answer to this. I know exactly.
None.
Neither.
None of them.
Nowhere, except for in Hollywood, has it been said that the number is 666. It states that they receive the number of the beast, and has never really been told exactly what. But it has. But to the people, they think it's 666, or it was 999 would only be inverse, but I don't. But it would be 666 is what most people believe.
Yeah.
The true number holds a close numerology connection with a number that a lot of people think is unlucky, 13. Because the reason why I say that is because what I was taught, and what I was taught in school also in theology, that the number of the beast is actually 616, which added together is 13.
Yeah.
Now, if you really want to know what my numbers are that bring so much luck to me, and I could probably win lottery many, many times, is the number 13 and 616. But there again, just to be good, a lot of my more times than normal, it falls on the number 666.
Yeah.
But those are usually, if you ask me what numbers are my lucky numbers, I'll tell you 13, 616, and 666.
Yeah.
Now, if you tell me to pick a number, usually 90% of the time, well, I won't do it no more with y'all because now you know, but if you tell me pick a number between 1 and 10, 1 and 5, anything like that, or 1 and 100, if you go from 1 to anything, 99.9% of the time, except for with Lindsay and John, I would pick the number 3.
Yeah.
That is a prime number, and I stick with it always. And supposedly 7 is supposed to be a lucky number, but 7's never brought me nothing but just bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to numerology. 6 plus 6, 18 equals 9, and 9 plus 9 equals 27.
That just means that they're divided into each other equally.
Yeah.
I mean, not the same, but yeah.
But the common denominator between those two is 3.
It's 3.
Yeah.
3 can do all of them. Right.
Yeah.
But there again, you can't do, nothing goes into 3.
No, I don't. No.
Nothing goes into 3. But anyways, yeah, I mean, and there again, when it comes to numerology, I don't know nothing.
Claire's good at a numerology.
I know nothing about numerology that much.
Yeah.
Only thing I really know about it is the deal where we just spoke just then about 13, 616,
Yeah.
That's as far as I go with it, because that's just one thing that I've just never gotten into. And to be honest, I had so much mathematics and stuff that I think that's the reason why I didn't, because I just did not care for numbers.
Yeah.
And anything having really to do with it, it just did not interest me. So numerology really just never really rocked my boat, But
Yes.
But demonology, I mean, it's a fun subject. It's an interesting subject, but just be careful with what you do.
Yeah.
And how you do it. And if you don't know anything about it, read about it, study about it. And then at that point, if you do want to do something and you feel challenging, get somebody else with you that knows what they're doing or has done it before, knows how to close it, all this, so that way,
Yeah.
and also how to make sure that nothing attaches itself to you during that time, and do it that way. Don't go into it by yourself and thinking, or somebody that don't know what's happening, and go in and you try to do it, because it could backfire.
Yeah, it really can. So again, take heed by Bill's words. And
Sophie, Sophie, bless you, sweetheart.
I was going to say, Sophie, be careful.
Yeah.
My thoughts are with you. My energy's with you. My prayers are with you. So thank you for what you're doing. You're a godsend. But just
Sophie used to work as an EMT. I presume with what she's saying, she's been called back.
That's what I mean. Right.
Yeah.
Especially when you put the little wagon behind
ambulance.
When you put the little wagon behind it, I understood it completely.
Yeah. No worries. You just take care, Sophie, and keep in touch with us, my lovely. So we'll end it there on the demonology side. Because that's, again, it's a subject that I know for a fact that we're going to go back to, and questions will come in now, especially when we've got you back on show, Bill, because I think there's just so many questions that people can ask. So now let's change it round. Middle Earth.
Look, we done been on for an hour and a half.
1 hour 13.
All right. Well, no, because
yeah, because before we've been live. We've been live an hour 14.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But we were on longer than that. Yeah. We were. So, I know what you're wanting to do. Hold on. I know what you're wanting to do. We're going into this other deal now. Keep talking. I mean, go ahead. I'm listening.
Right. Yes. So, does anybody? I mean, I've got to be honest. I don't know what Middle Earth is. Is there anybody in chat before while Bill starts saying things, is there anybody in chat who knows anything about Middle Earth? We've got Claire saying, love to know about Middle Earth. No, deploying crew, that's not it. So I don't unless it's flat Earth. Joe Mike, when I think of the middle of the earth, I think the core, and when I meditate.
Okay, keep going. I'm listening.
I'm just waiting for him to put in chat.
Oh, okay, please, yes. People, please put in what you think about Middle Earth, please. And we're not talking about J.R.R. Tolkien, but you can bring that in, though, if you want to, because there is about that. Yes.
I think you're going to be, I think, again, with this one, we can touch on it, just touch on subject, Bill. And then people can go away, have a think about what they want to ask for next time, and bring it back up. Do you know what I mean?
Woo, dinosaurs. Good, I got the one I wanted right there. Okay, got it. Yes. Okay. Question. Can y'all have a little chit chat, please? Please, please. You and John chit chat with the people in the thing. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Right. I get what you mean now. I think
I just need to really come out and tell you.
No, it's fine.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Lindsay couldn't pick it up in time.
No, right.
If she really needed to know, I was going to let her know.
No, I'm fine, Bill. I'm fine.
I mean, we're talking about the lizard, okay? The lizard needs to take a break.
I think it's spirit. Who are earthbound?
Where the fairy folk, elementals, gnomes, and elves live.
Put that up. Don't know much about the subject. Right. So while Bill's just popped away for 2 minutes,
Drizzle lizard.
What's everybody's thoughts and feelings on what we've hardly even touched on the subject, to be quite honest, because there's a lot more to do with the demonology side. But obviously, we are trying to bring in 2 separate subjects. So we are. But next time, like I said, there will be questions. But before we do jump onto Middle Earth, I was brought up to believe that there are underground tunnels and colonies. Love things like this and learning. Do you know, Joe, I absolutely find all this fascinating. When we had Claire and Amy on, when we had Claire and Andy on, I just love to hear everybody. I just love to leave everything to them. Sit in the corner till I catch on. No worries, Lorraine, my lovely. But yeah, I just find all these subjects so fascinating, just because I think there's too much shite, as we can say, out there, that it's like most people that go on paranormal, especially because this is paranormal based. We have so many out there that jump on the paranormal. It's a demon. I've seen it. It said 333. It says I'm going to get you.
Man, I walk on and you start screaming, I see a demon. You talking about me again? Damn, Lindsay.
But the thing is, an EVP is so hard to actually capture that when you do, it's an amazing thing to cap. They don't just happen on every. If me and John went out every live investigation and we were getting EVPs, there'd be certainly something very wrong, or me and John had got special talents that we wouldn't know about. But yeah. So for me, I just love all this, because to me it brings light that actually demons, they are way deeper down, and they're not something that you could just go into a place and stir up. Yeah, there's deeper things that you've got to get into this kind of things. There's a lot more to it, isn't there, Bill?
It's been dramatized a lot.
It's just dramatized, and Hollywood makes it so easy that you can just walk into a place and just click your fingers and that's it. There's going to be a demon waiting with big red horns, big claws, and...
But it happens. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, ask Zach.
Yeah. Ask Mr. Baggins himself. Exactly.
Ask Zach. He will tell you every place he goes into has got a demon in it.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for him that he attracts that kind of company.
Negativity, yes. Yeah, definitely.
Something about him,
It does. It does, definitely.
But, see, if there were such things, like Supernatural, if there were such things like the guys in Supernatural, I think they're what they're called now.
Dean and
whatever, Winchester.
Yeah, Winchester.
If there was such a thing, they just have to get Zach, wouldn't they, and put him in a field. They wouldn't have to go anywhere because all demons will come to Zach.
Yeah.
So they just have to stand there and then destroy him as they come in for Zach.
I tell you what I would love to do. I would love to put Zach Baggins in the devil box.
Yeah.
I would like to see what actually comes out of his soul, what he sees.
Yeah.
You know what the devil box is, right?
No batteries.
Oh, batteries. I'm not sure.
It is a room of nothing but mirror.
We've been in one of them. Devil's Toolbox, we call it.
Yeah. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
The devil box. The devil's box, right?
Yeah. We've actually been in one of them rooms, Bill.
How long did you stay in?
I stayed in for, I'd say, about 10 minutes. And then I left because, one, there was nowhere for me to sit. And John was doing the vortex. And we was also with two other ladies. We were with Claire and Angie. And it got really, it did get uncomfortable in there. We went out and John stayed in for...
I didn't feel uncomfortable in there at all.
But the two ladies did say they saw a figure stood in the mirror.
Yeah, because I was going to say, you do not need a vortex. You don't need...
Yeah.
You got it right there in front of you, the mirrors.
Yeah. They said
the infinity mirrors.
Yeah. They saw a man in the mirror and it looked like that it was stood behind them, but there was nothing behind them. There was more mirrors behind them and then a door at the side, and there was only us on that floor, and that were a bit weird.
Well, we got one that's out west, which is said, you got to find it, but it is said that it's real. So I don't know. I've never been to it. I would love to, but But anyways.
So,
and John, real quick, before we go anywhere, I hate to disagree with a host, but I heard you say when it was being talked about Middle Earth or Inner Earth, about fairies, fays, and things, that's where they come from.
We're reading comments. We're reading comments out. When we asked people what they thought Middle Earth was.
Okay, well, first off, fairies, fays, and that do not come from Middle Earth. Now, they can be some down there, but if you find out what Middle Earth really is, you'll find out that there could be something from down there that is living up here, but it doesn't travel back and forth real easily. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Because the pathway is quite long to get to it, depending on which way you go, because basically, okay, I wish I could show pictures. I can't. Middle Earth, or Inner Earth, as it's called. What that is, and I do believe in it, and I've gotten some things in here showing about it, telling about it also, which I will bring up, that I've got my notes up, that basically, man always thought that Earth, and we're going to go as it being round, that's what, up until the 1900s, the Earth was flat until up to the 1900s. Then all of a sudden it was made round, but we'll go with round. Let me give y'all something to think about while I tell this. Why can you not fly from the North Pole to the South Pole around the world and then continue on the other side back to the North Pole? Think about that. No pilot has ever done it. Think about it. Anyway, scientists has it that Earth is a series of layers, crust, and liquid magma, surrounded by a dense hot core made primarily of iron and nickel. That's what the scientists have to say. But there's also theorists and people like Admiral Byrd, let's say, who's the United States. He even mentions about Middle Earth. He was brought back to the United States, basically debriefed, and was told, let's never speak about this again. I think that was before the Men in Black were around, but let's say a good way of starting it. But basically, what it all boils down to is that, and if you look, that everybody understands that the North and Antarctica is completely icebound.
Yeah.
If you look at satellites pictures, you will notice in the Antarctic and also in the Arctic, there's a big dark shape. It's a hole. And they even tell you it's a hole, but they just leave it at that and say it's a hole. And also, too, it's very unusual that the only people who can get on Antarctica are scientists only. They won't let militaries on there. They won't let people on there. Only scientists. Mm-hmm. But basically, what they've come up with is like right here, I'm looking at something. The author, Rodney Clough, he wrote a book, World Top Secret, Our Earth is Hollow. And it says that half the planet is taken up by surface weight. And then there's empty space. Then something else. Suspended in the center of that hollow is an interior sun that is divided by day and night sides. The other part of the hollow Earth theory is that near the North and South Pole are substantial openings that lead into the inner core. Okay, just recently on that, scientists, up until just recently, they did not believe this, but now they have found a water mass below the soil, below our Earth, that is, I think, 3 times larger than all of our oceans put together, with an atmosphere. And it shows that it has a light, a source of light, and how wide, who knows? But it also has its own source of light. And one of the, so it all kind of goes, and then you get into it to where what is in Middle Earth. And basically, like I said, I wish really I could show you a picture because it shows the mock-up of it. And matter of fact, I'm looking at one right now. I just went past it. Like of the Aurora Borealis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Bill, real quick. Why do you think it is? Why do you think this is why we know more about space than our seas and oceans? Because they don't want it discovered that the Earth is hollow and has a Middle Earth. Claire Bear. 50% right. 50% right. I think the other part is there again, this is another story, is the conspiracy theory of, have we really been to space?
Yeah.
Antonia Doyle, what about the Earth core? Yes, there is an Earth core as per se. Middle Earth does not take it. What it is Middle Earth. Let's look at it this way. Oh, real quick about the Aurora Borealis. That the Aurora Borealis is actually lights coming from Middle Earth.
Yeah.
And being shown in the sky. That's basically what it says. But what about the Earth's core? Okay, the Earth's core is it's there. It is there. But to explain maybe what inner Earth is let's cut the Earth in two. Cut it straight in two. You're going to show the outer surface. Then you're going to show another ring there that has like an air gap between it, a ring of solid material. Then back behind it, it does it again and again and again until you get down to the Earth's core, which is one solid ball. And on each of these levels, supposedly is an Earth of its own. And also, if you don't want to go that one, but you just want to go that there is a Middle Earth. On it just, I mean, let's see, it shows that the North and the South Pole each have a big opening. But there's also another map, and I'm trying to find it right now so that I can name some of the things, that there's also other entrances to Middle Earth. And to be honest, we know them.
Really?
It's just that I guess what I found. Guess what I found? I found it. I found it. Okay. In the old days, the Middle Earth was known as, kill me if I'm wrong, it's spelled Agharta. Agartha? Or
yeah.
Agartha, something like that. But anyway, it's known as the land of advanced races. I can't remember who the music person was, but it was back during the old days, maybe before even you and Lindsay. There was a song that talked about in the lands of Shambhala. Shambhala is also one of the cities in Middle Earth. Right. And then you got the cave city of the semi-advanced race. You've got the mountains higher than on outside. And, just they've even, here's one right here. It shows spaceship based to and from other galaxies. Because it's also thought that Middle Earth is also inhabited by, now here's one theory. Middle Earth is inhabited by aliens and Germans. Don't laugh. Supposedly, that is where the Nazis came from, is Middle Earth.
Hmm.
Now, that's just one theory, though,
Yeah.
But like on this map, what I was going to tell you on this, though, is like, here you've got like different, you got your two main entrances. Bill, I think I have a little virtual crush on you. Love your accent. Oh, thank you, Claire Bear. Lust is wonderful. Lust is wonderful. And if you see somebody showing up at your door with red hair and glasses and she says her name is Mel, run.
Don't answer.
Just run. Run. That's all I can say. Run. She's got 2 hip replacements, so she don't run very fast. Anyways, but okay, it comes from Middle Earth English. Yes, but there again, in folklore and mythology, A lot of times there's a lot of truth to that, though, also, because it had to come from somewhere. What it is that maybe something has been added to embellish it, but the main ingredient is really still there, you know. So, you know, I'll go that way. Simon. You know, I agree, but a lot of truth is also in folklore and mythology.
Yeah.
But as we was going, though, over here, I'm looking at maps like, okay, over in Italy, Mount Epomeo, Epomeo in Italy. It's a mountain over in Italy. It's got a path that leads down, a cave system that leads down into Middle Earth. The pyramids of Giza, and this has always been said, has pathways, you know. And yeah, Simon, that's why I said Tolkien took his stories and beliefs from articles and stuff that was written about Middle Earth. Yes. And if you was to see that what Middle Earth is, actually Middle Earth is actually would be bigger than what almost big is not bigger than what our area is. But anyways, but yes, that is true. And mythology does have some truth to it. But then you've got, like I said, the Pyramid of Giza. It's got places. You've got the Darrow Caves, and with stolen saucers in it, which I'll touch on that. And then just in Brazil, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Even in right up above me in Kentucky, one of the largest cave systems in the world called the Mammoth Caves. It's supposedly, if you know how to get through it and the way to go, it is also a path to inner Earth.
Do you know, inner Earth or Middle Earth, though, Bill, is it just an Earth that's under ours, or is it a different frequency, a different dimension, whatever? Or is it in the same?
No, it is on the same. It is on the same plane that we are.
Yeah,
but it has its own sun, also, though. It does. It has its own sun. So it's. And see, like I said, there is some relevance between flat Earth and Middle Earth also. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but that, like I said, that's later because that's a flat Earth issue.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, because of what's seen, is that it has elements of interterrestrial vibes to it, like aliens, UFOs, because a lot, you know, because they have seen things and stuff. And you know, that they that I mean, I could see it that that it could be also a base for aliens down below. Same as like you see movies about the abyss, but there has been things shown that in some of the deepest parts of the Marianas Trench, which, as you know, is one of the largest, deepest parts of the ocean, they have actually gotten sound coming back from down in the abyss, not being animal sound, but more of a mechanical, intelligent sound. But never gone down there. They say we don't have the equipment to go down there, to go deep enough. But yet they proved years back that they made a submarine, a submersible that it was made out of glass. And the thing is, with glass, the deeper it goes, the stronger it gets.
Yeah.
But I think what it is just that we don't do it. And I think a good way to show that is right here. This. Let's see, where did I go with that one? Maybe. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You did so bad. Did you do that? You, Riri. You ain't got sense. God promised a cornflake, much less braids of a grasshopper. If you did, you'd jump backwards. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do talk to myself. Because sometimes I am, but not at this moment, does not count. But sometimes I am the most intelligent person I know of to have a conversation with.
Talking about before we went live now.
Yeah. But I'm wanting to find this one. I had it up. I guess I canceled it out. I guess I don't know. You know, Riri here don't know what he's doing. I cannot. I cannot. Is that the one? Is that the one?
The world has a noise that we don't understand, like a hum.
Okay, the world has a noise that we do not understand, like a hum. That is Mother Earth. That could also be sounds that you're hearing from Middle Earth. But if you go up into the Deadlands in the United States, you'll hear a noise up there coming from the Black Hills that if asked what that is, the Native Americans up there will tell you real quick. That is the heartbeat of Mother Earth.
Wow.
And you hear it. There's a program on TV saying that aliens was here before everyone, and they say they are still. Yes. They were here before yes. And yes, are they still here? If they're smart, no, but yes. Because what I was going to say on that about the aliens living in Middle Earth, that is a very possibility. Because also, too, and I am a firm believer of it, about the moon. The moon itself is a satellite. And there's intelligent beings living on the inside of it. Yes, I do believe that. And, but I think that if man did go there, which they say they did, but yet there's no really true proof to show it. But we'll get into that a different time.
Yeah.
Was asked, don't go back. And here, I want to read this real quick. This is a letter that was written during the war, after the war was over, World War II. World War II was over. And it says, it has to do with a U-boat called the 209, which disappeared and they couldn't find it. And right here is a letter that was received by, well, let's see. Let me see who I can't remember. What it was is Clough got a hold of the gentleman that wrote the book I was talking about earlier. But it is a telegraph message. And it says, among those aboard the U-209 was an old friend, one Carl Unger. And this is the letter being wrote to him, to Clough from this guy. And it says, I know it is genuine as I knew his handwriting very well. The approximate English translation of Carl's letter is as follows. And he translated because, of course, it was in German. But it says, this news will be a surprise to you. The U-209 Unterseeboot, the submarine, made it. The earth is hollow. Dr. Haushofer and Hess were right. The whole crew is well, but they cannot come back. We are no prisoners. This news will be a surprise. Okay, but this says, I am sure this will reach you. It is the last connection, the U-boat 209. We will meet again, comrade. I am worried for everyone who has to spend his life on the surface of the earth. Since the Fuhrer is gone, God bless our Germany always. Signed with hearty greeting by Carl Unger. So, and then, like I said, there was also Admiral Byrd. And we know who Admiral Byrd is, right?
I don't.
No, I don't.
Okay, Admiral Byrd was of the U.S. military. But he did an expedition and took a plane with him and one other person, and they flew into Middle Earth and then came back out. They didn't go in real far. It showed his path and how far, but they did show that they actually went below sea level, which would have been below Earth. So they actually had to come inside below ground and then go back out. But anyway, It says, according to alleged diary entries written during his polar flight, Berg came across a warm, lush climate with mammoth-like creatures and an ancient human race that had been residing within the earth. It says his plane was commandeered midair and landed for him by people in the center of the earth who intercepted his plane with saucer-shaped aircrafts. Upon landing, he was met by emissaries of a civilization many assumed to be the mythical Agartha.
Yeah.
Agartha. Agartha. And these alleged Agarthans expressed their concern about humanity's use of atomic bombs during World War II and employed Byrd as their ambassador to return to the U.S. government and relay their sentiments. Now, in doing that, though, that's like I said, that's when Byrd came back. He was debriefed and was told never to speak of it again. Because he did mention about seeing, he said his ship was commandeered by UFOs and stuff, and then, like I said, later on too, it was said that, he was sent back kind of as an ambassador. Now that one seemed kind of strange to me because I've always heard that from Middle Earth, once you went in, you never could come back out because that's the boat. Wait, was at sea and went in sea hole, and after time came out, and it was the submarine. I'm talking Stephen Woodford now. I'm sorry. That's the U-boat during World War II. Now another boat, the Philadelphia experiment. Now is that the one you're talking about? That was later on. But if it's the U-boat, that's the one that went into the sea hole and then came back out after a little while, and that the message was up. Well, the ship came out. But the people apparently weren't on it because that message was found on the submarine. But anyway, back
now, I might have it wrong, but I might have wrong person. Was it Captain Cook that was supposed to have also visited Middle Earth?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was supposedly, believe it or not, I was looking for it, and I had seen it before. But doing my little after I found out from Lindsay last night what we were going to be talking today, I busted my butt trying to get some notes up real quick. And I'll be honest, I couldn't find the one about Captain Cook, but I have heard, I was showed before that they did. Mm-hmm. This was a one that they went to map Antarctica.
Yeah.
The ship landed and supposedly the people went in to Middle Earth and never came back out, and his crew was never seen again. Yes, I was told about that one, and I was told the reason why is because the Middle Earthers did not want the topsiders to know that they're there.
Yeah.
Because they've seen what the topsiders have done and everything. And now that can bring you to, there was a Native American tribe that was out west. They were called the Anasazis. The Anasazi Native Americans.
Yeah.
But for us that have gone with the feed, we will say the Anasazi Indians. I hate that word because Indians live in India. They sell microwave burritos and blueberry squishies. But anyways, the Anasazis were a group of Indians, Native Americans, that lived out in the West. And they had these things, ceremonial things they called kivas, K-I-V-A. They were holes, pits, perfectly round, all this flat. They would hold ceremonies in. But in the middle of that kiva was a hole. And if you tried to put something down in it, as far as you knew, it was bottomless. There was a bottomless hole. All right, now the Anasazis were around. And then all of a sudden, and this is no lie, it wasn't a week, it wasn't a month, it wasn't a year. In one day, they were gone. One day they were there. The next day they were gone. About the only thing you found of the Anasazis was the kivas. You didn't find stuff of theirs. I mean, there is not much pottery and stuff like that was found of the Anasazis.
Mhm.
But supposedly what that was is that the Anasazis, this is the story I was taught, that the Anasazis came from Middle Earth to the top side to try to escape persecution, tyranny, and that. They came here, spent time on the top side. It's basically, real quick, goes to that story, the grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
And it's not. The Anasazis found out that there was more tyranny, more evil than could even be imagined. It'd be imagined. So what they did is they went back to Middle Earth. It was a better life there than it was on the top side.
Yeah.
And even the person on the submarine even said that, basically. I feel sorry for the people who live on the top side, on the surface. You know, I feel sorry for them. But Middle Earth is just, whether you want to call it the folklore, whether you want to call it a myth, you know, it's like you can associate it with Atlantis.
Yeah.
There again, I'm a believer that there was an Atlantis.
Yeah, I do. I do. I believe
glorious,
it there.
You know that, but there again, I also am a believer in one that is very close to y'all in Ireland, and that's High Brazil, the island of High Brazil.
Mhm.
All right.
Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Yes, that was off the coast of Ireland. It was the island of High Brazil,
Can you visit that place?
and it sunk
Oh, it's
Sunk.
sunk.
because of what they did. Everything was great. They didn't get older. I mean, it was a utopia.
Yeah.
But they did something, and when they did, the island sunk.
Wow.
And
So, I'm just going to throw you not a bit of a curveball because I mean it might be totally just.
throw me one.
But this Middle Earth, right? So
Right.
people that live on here on the top side, whatever you want to call it, here on our Earth, once we pass, could we, if there is reincarnation, could we come back in Middle Earth, or do we always?
Well, if you believe, in reincarnation, maybe. But if you're talking, would the energy go there? No.
No.
The inner Earth, Middle Earth, is an Earth of its own.
Yeah.
The human type figures you would see down there, you would think is very strange because they're nothing like us.
Right.
Put it like this. An easy way. We'll take a movie, okay? We'll just take a movie because it's all been seen by everybody. Wonder if you were all of a sudden woke up one day and you were in
Jurassic Park.
no, Bilbo Baggins' house.
Oh, yeah.
You were in the Shire, you know, and
Yeah.
you were seeing hobbits, you know, elves and stuff, you know, the different stuff that you saw in Lord of the Rings. Those kind of people. Now, would they not be kind of weird to you seeing them? You know, it's just, you know, it's a different type of race that inhabits Middle Earth. It's not the race as we know it. No. You know, so.
I don't know. Lindsay's little hairy feet.
Did you see Bilbo's feet, though? His feet are hairy. I mean, there's having some hair on them.
Do these ever come out onto our plane?
It's difficult,
Nose
isn't it?
or
Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Places they've been seen, there is portals coming from Middle Earth. Because like we have in the Appalachian Mountains, Smoky Mountain area up there, we do have things up there that we call the swamp. You know, you got a swamp beast, you got a Bigfoot, you got a hairy ape, you've got, you know, you got your different things, but like I just said, one of the largest openings to go to Middle Earth is right there in the Mammoth Caves in Kentucky.
Wow.
Which is just above Tennessee, which is just above me. So, I mean, but the thing is, though, you can go in and see, they have tours that go into Mammoth Cave. But the thing is, that place is so big, unless if you knew how to go, because it's supposed to be one of the largest cave systems in the world. And it's got one of the largest caves in the world in it. One of the biggest openings to go into. Yeah. Mammoth Cave. But we have seen, as we call them, cryptids.
Yes.
That I do believe have come from there. Yes. And then there are also cryptids that I believe are entities that are trapped here on Earth. They're not from Middle Earth. They're just from Earth.
Yeah.
That's getting like skinwalkers and things like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Middle Earth part, though, I don't know if I'm a believer because I want to be, or I'm a believer because of what I have read and been taught. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know one thing for sure. This that we are in and live on is not the only thing around.
No. And anybody that thinks that it is
Deathy, But I'm sorry about smoking, but
it's okay.
No, it's not. It's bad for you. Okay.
Well, it is.
Yeah. Okay. And like Deanna Christine said over here, and we have them here in Arkansas and up here in the Ozarks. Yes. They just, because there's portals over there too. Or not portals, but cave systems over there too that they can get through, because it's like the lizard people. Lizard people come from Middle Earth. And you have heard about lizard people being seen up here on the top side. Ant people. Ant people come from Middle Earth. But yes, we've seen ant people. You follow the Native American culture and their lore, you'll see these things. Okay, we have a cave here in California that's so big and deep it is its own lake, and you can, But Mammoth Cave is bigger. I'm sorry, we win. East Coast win. So if humans can visit space, it is silly to ask if humans can visit Middle Earth.
Nothing's ever silly.
Who said we have actually visited space, Joe Mack?
Government says we've visited.
What NASA told you. I believe we have orbited around Earth in the outer Earth atmosphere, but have we ever penetrated that and actually gone into space? I can show you probably more stuff saying that we haven't than you can show me stuff that says we have.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But as far as going into Middle Earth, I think we have been there and have been told to stay away.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like they heed my warning, stay away. Because like the submarine people that went down there, that crew was kept down there for the simple reason to keep anybody from coming back up here and letting the top know.
Yeah.
Okay, Lindsay, it's just like Nessie. They can find it. So, Nessie could have come from Middle Earth because, like I said, it's already said that Middle Earth has 3 times the water than all the oceans.
There is. And in Loch Ness, there's a cave system that is too far down. I think that
they don't know where it goes.
They
don't know where it goes. Right. I mean, I believe in Nessie too. That's a cool.
I do. I believe in Loch Ness. I do.
But Middle Earth, though, I think it's there. It's fun to look into and check and see. Oh, I go to caves all the time. I do too. I love the darkness and I love the cool. I used to spelunk, but I'm just too old for it now, and I cannot contort my body to get through those little bitty holes and twisted tunnels that's only big enough for a skinny body to fit through. Because now my body, I would be a cork. I would not be able to get through it. I would plug it. So I know not to go.
And Simon's put, our minds are just looking for something because we are inquisitive.
Good. I want people to be inquisitive. That's the reason why I do these insane little shows that I do, just to make people think.
Yeah.
They might go, that guy's wrong. I'm going to find out, prove him wrong. Good. Do it. I love it. Do it. Prove me wrong. Hell, my wife proves I'm wrong every night. But usually that's something just something I just really forgot. You were going to the doctor today? Yes, I did this morning. Okay, you were right. You did. We haven't seen that movie before. Yes, we have. And then I remember that part. See, I told you we'd seen it. Okay, yeah, you're right. So basically, I did win one the other day, though. She told me, you're right. And it's like, oh my God.
I do the same with John. I do that with you.
You've never admitted that.
No, I've never admitted that it's right.
Oh, she admitted it. She told me, you're right. And it's like,
no.
Oh my God.
But as you said, Bigfoot, etc., has been seen here. We are intrigued by them. Wouldn't they be intrigued by us, like aliens, etc., or interested because he's learning all about?
Well, I don't think they're learning about us. I think they know already enough about us that they need to know. That's the reason why they stay hidden.
I think the thing, like you said, because they said how we are, they don't want us down there because how we are up here. So it's like us, isn't it? If we say hell exists, we wouldn't want to go to hell, would we? Because like hell's a bad place. So they probably don't. They know all about us. They'll not want to come here.
It's nice to get people thinking. Yes, thank you, Joanne Brown. I do agree. That is what my goal is, to make people use their brain, use their head for something else besides a hat rack. And you see, I'm doing that one real well. It's a hat rack. But I've just got it on to keep what I've got up there in. But anyways, but yeah, John, I mean, just think, people, think.
Yeah.
And don't believe what Big Brother, and I use that term loosely, don't strike me, I'm sorry. But anyway, be careful what you listen to. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Like this COVID-19.
Yeah.
I think this COVID-19 is something just to cover up something else that is way more important and scarier. So,
yeah.
Laura, my name's John.
She's not a man.
She's an incredible gentleman.
Incredible gentleman that is chatting with us.
This is Mr. Wild Bill.
Laura, I hope you use that term. I'm not going to say gentleman because I do try to be a gentleman. I was going to say, I hope you use that term incredible. Yes, Laura, I am Wild Bill. I am from the United States. And I think for myself. I believe for myself. I try not to let other people higher things influence me unless if they can prove it. Now they prove it, okay, fine, I'm on their side. But just to tell me no. Okay, we haven't scratched the surface as to what is and what is made up and what. Yes, I agree, Joe Mack. This subject, like I was telling Lindsay earlier, these are subjects that basically we are going to touch on the general. In order to get interest up, to be able to come back and send either Lindsay or myself questions. And at that point, Lindsay will give them to me or ask me, or well, she'll give them to me because I want to be prepared. I don't want her just to pop off at the right.
No, like last night, right, Bill? We're going live tomorrow at 12.
I don't know. I didn't have a chance to really look it up real good, but it might be, because like I was waiting for people today to say, well, what are the name of all the demons?
Somebody's asked that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's asked that. What's the name of all the demons? And I didn't put it up because, again, it's like we said, this is something that
it depends on what religion are we talking about.
Yeah.
And there again, and this is a big joke. Well, it's not really a joke. The Ghostbusters, the Tobin Spirit Guide.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there really is a Tobin Spirit Guide.
Yeah.
And it tells you the name of the spirits and stuff. I lost 4 hours driving through Joshua National Tree. Yes, that is a portal. That is a portal. Yep, that is a portal. Gail, I mean, Deanna, you went through, I know. Matter of fact, there was a little movie kind of done something about that. It showed the portal, and the portal took you basically to hell. And the name of the movie, in case if y'all want to watch, It stars a person named C.J. Graham, who also played Jason in Friday the 13th, Part 6. But he plays a part in that movie called Hell Cop.
Right.
And on that, but but there was, like I was trying to say earlier, some movies are actually made off of facts. And there is supposedly a stretch of highway there is a stretch of highway that you're supposed to be very careful between these certain Joshua trees.
Right.
And the reason being is that if you stop in the middle and stay there, that something will come after you, that is a portal area. And to be on your best behavior when you're going through there. So yes, I do know where she was talking about. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And I saw somebody, Joanne Brown says, Laura, we know him as Wild Bill. Laura, Joanne, we don't know him as Wild Bill. I am
Wild Bill.
The Reverend Wild Bill.
I mean, that is my name. That is my name. You know, so
YouTube, it's Reverend Wild Bill. It'll come up as though, won't it?
And that is also, well, I haven't typed nothing, so it hasn't come up yet. Right. Well, being that it's on this, though, that it's on this, it might not. Yeah, it does come up on, because when I'm on YouTube, my message, it does. But I haven't done a message to anybody.
Bill will put a comment in, and like he says, oh, sugar, have I just pulled his out? He has got a show coming up himself, and I'm sure Bill will drop the links in to where you can catch him when his show starts. It's going to be a very, very interesting one to watch. I could listen to Wild Bill talking all day and just asking questions and throwing questions at him all day, because I am so it's just, to me, it's such an interesting topic to cover, because I think I just want to absorb it all in, if you know what I mean, Bill.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. I mean, it's just, I mean, you had plethora of questions for me, and that is actually what actually gave us the idea to start doing this, is because it was like, you came up, as a matter of fact, you said this would be good, and it's like, okay, let's do it, so and but
I mean, we are going to start doing this with Wild Bill.
Maybe make it a permanent thing once a week.
Yeah.
Until his show takes off, and they'll start charging us.
Well, see, that's the thing. What people don't know is that pretty soon I'm going to be sending out contracts. I have no sponsor, so I've got to get money from somewhere. Yes.
Ranger Rob.
No, that's Mr. Tom Gully's.
It is Mr. Tom Gully's. But yes, no.
I'm sure. But yeah, I'm willing to anytime. I mean, even if we stop for a while and then all of a sudden some people start asking you some questions about things, and you go, let me talk to Wild Bill about just a second. And you go, hey, Bill, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I know a little bit about it, enough to make me dangerous. Why? And it's like, it's like, I need to do a show on this. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Definitely. Like you say, it's people have got so many misconceptions of things. And they don't, I know it sounds daft, but people don't read for themselves. They just listen. So by doing things like what we're doing, and also when we bring Bill on again, because I am going to make this a regular thing. And also when we bring Bill on again, I'm going to invite other guests on to join Bill. So
either go with me or against
me. It doesn't make no difference, does it?
Only thing is, though, it depends on how the attitude of the other person is.
Exactly. No, the attitude would be the right attitude.
All's fair in love and war. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
I will be just as nice and peaceful. And then the next moment, I might say, Lindsay, cover your ears.
Take them earphones off. This will be last question then, Bill. What about Area 51?
Are you up for that?
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. I've been in there once and got killed, but okay. And they lied. When we stormed, they said we could overtake them. What was it? beginning of the year, whatever, that big thing about storming Area 51, they lied. They were ready for us. They were.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blew my taco truck up. Yeah, they did. I was doing so good out there with my taco truck. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, poof, it was gone.
It was gone. It was gone.
It was no more tacos. No more tacos. But yeah, I would be game for that of what little bit I know about it. I might know more than but anyways, I know a little bit about it. But but I would love that. And you like the fingers, Bill, Steve? What? Oh, these.
The figures, I think you meant to put.
Rings, I think.
Oh, rings.
I
guess
that's on rings or figures.
Yeah, I presume means his rings on his fingers.
Yeah, that's the one I make people kiss right there. Mm-hmm. The one with the cross. That one over there. That one over there, the skull with the cross. Now that's the one I do if they don't kiss the ring. It's like that one.
So good job, Brian O'Brien, it's on here when you're on about kissing rings.
Yeah.
Jack would have just gone straight down him.
You'd have said, I know about rings, all right. The wrong ring. Yeah, but I wouldn't mind Brian O'Brien in here because, hey, like I tell people, if you can't take it, don't dish it out. Exactly. And me and him both, we know how to do it both. So yeah, he's already done it a few times with me. It don't bother me. I laugh. I love it. I love it. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
But anyway, go ahead.
Go on, I'll let you finish, Bill.
No, I'm good. I'm just sitting here looking at the Admiral's clock up here, seeing what
I know. Yeah. Right.
Until I hear this door out here open and close, or the garage. Well, when I hear the dogs bark, that's when I'm going to be going. Run,
Run, we're going.
And that's when the boss gets home at that point. But I can continue on though. I mean, I have no.
Oh, that's fine. Has anybody got any questions that you want to ask Bill then now about subjects that we've covered or about anything?
Yeah, it don't have to be what we just spoke about. I mean, if you want to ask me what happens when you eat a bag full of Fruit Loop, generic Fruit Loop from your grocery store, I can tell you what happens to that too. Just any questions. It don't matter.
It doesn't. So no, but throw your questions up and let's see.
Thank you, Joe. Mac. I do appreciate that. Joanne, Joe, yeah. But I do appreciate that. I'm glad I'm at least.
No, we're not leaving yet, Joe. Not leaving yet.
We're not. Nobody's leaving yet. Yeah.
So when it comes to elemental side then, Bill, what's your thoughts on elemental side?
I'm not too well versed in it, ma'am, to be honest. I mean, I know what they are and I know they're there, but as far as anything about it, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. I would not be the person to speak to. I can recommend somebody.
Yeah.
They come on your channel all the time.
Elemental encounters? I think we've
No. There's a person that would know about them because of what they are in. They would know about elementals.
Yeah.
And we will just, without naming a name, we'll just say Glinda, the Good Witch of the North.
She'll know who that is, and she'll be smiling. She's just had some sad news. So Claire's come off.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry. But that would be a good person to talk to about that, because from what I heard the other day, that would be better than me.
But I mean, like I said, I love bringing Andy on with Claire, and I love bringing Amy on with Claire, because Andy is elementals. He's
Faye.
He's Faye. He's a big believer on the elementals and the Faye side. Okay. Obviously, Claire's got a connection with them herself, but then Claire's also was born into it. She was born into being a witch. And then we had Amy come in, who's also a third generation witch. So it were really good chit chats that we actually had with them. Right, you got a question, Bill, from Joe. Do you believe in tarot and oracle cards?
it's not really. It's not really. Do I believe in tarot or oracle cards? It is. Can I trust the person who is interpreting them?
Yeah.
Because the cards themselves are nothing more than pictures printed on a piece of cardboard. That's all they are. It takes a person that knows how to use them with the energies to know the ones to pick. I mean, how to read them, because there's different ways of also reading cards. Also, because Miss Lindsay is an excellent card reader.
You,
but I will never ask her to read my cards again. And let me explain why. We have become good friends.
We have.
She knows too much about me now.
Yeah.
She could be a charlatan and go on general information and make me think that, oh God, she's great. But I will say this, Miss Lindsay has given me 2 readings. This is in the past, before she really knew who and what I was, because I'll be honest, I came on a lot of times to different channels and stuff.
Yep.
But I kept my mouth really shut. I really didn't say what I knew or none of this, because I'll be honest, I am a debunker. I like to find fake.
Yep.
And I will sit back a lot of times and just watch. And I will say this, since they're not on right now, I see it. This particular person last night, Dr. So-and-so.
Yeah.
Charlatan.
Yep.
Charlatan. That name showed up for me nowhere.
We had same. I think Scotty even had a look.
I even did a government search.
Yeah.
I found nothing of a doctor so-and-so in parapsychology. No. Didn't find it.
No.
Didn't find it. And there again, too, people, parapsychology, that's completely different than paranormal, really.
Yeah.
People don't know that, but it is. Because
parapsychologists look for other explanations rather than paranormal explanations.
What, like scientific?
No, like psychological.
Right.
Hey, Scotty, mess with me, Scotty. I know the owner of this channel. I will have you kicked off. Mess with me, Scotty. Mess with me, Scotty. Believe me, I'm watching you this time. Yes, Scotty. I wanted you quite literally this time. Yeah, I'm going to make sure you could literally watch me this time, Scotty boy. Yes, sir. One of these days, I'm going to give those mods really something to kick me out for.
They'll never do that.
Well, I know I'll get back on, but it would be funny if they did. Okay. Do you believe past life regressions can help? Yes and no. It's like I tell people about me. It's like, ask me anything you want to. I am the most honest, truthful person I know of.
Yeah.
I am a bit of an asshole if you make me, but I will be truthful with you and I will be honest with you. Matter of fact, I have been so truthful and so honest that I opened my mouth being honest and got fired for it.
Yeah.
Had I not opened my mouth, everything would have been fine. I'd have never got fired. And I'll be honest, it was on. I mean, I'll tell you, I don't hide anything. I'm an open book. It had to do about a drug test. And I'll be honest, I had stopped smoking and was not. But me and Mel got married. Me and my son, we partied that night to celebrate. Mel didn't care. And I'd be damned if 2 weeks later we didn't have a test.
Uh-huh.
And it showed that there was something in my system, but it could see, I didn't know what it actually said until after it was all over with. And they questioned me about it. I said, well, to be honest, I said, because they asked me, said, have you been doing anything? I said, well, to be honest, about a month ago, me and my son, when me and Mel got married, and they knew about it, me and Mel get married because we both worked the same place. And I said, yes, I did. And I told them what I did. And at that point, I was taken in and I was fired immediately because I opened my mouth and I told the truth.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, though, guess what? They made a phone call back to me about 8 months later because of the job I did. They called back 8 months later going, Bill, would you please come back to work with us? Renita has said she will not work with nobody else but you because you know what you're doing. I said, okay, fine. And I did, and I went back. But what it was, I was what they called a cycle counter. Like I said, I worked for Plaid Enterprises, which was one of the largest suppliers of craft supplies. And I was a cycle counter, which that was me and Renita were the only two people. We worked with the accounting department. And the reason why is that our company is so big within an industrial park area, we had 4 warehouses full of supplies. Renita and myself had to know where each PO was, where it was at, what slot, how much was in that PO, how many pieces at any given time. So we're constantly back and forth checking stuff. Mm-hmm. And she said she wouldn't work with nobody else but me. And then I hired back. And then that's when I found out about my handicap.
Yeah.
And the government, even if Plaid would have allowed it, the government would not let me. Yes, Joe, I do believe in inner outer body experience. Yes, I do. I believe that is astral projection. Yes, I do believe in that. But anyways, I wound up having to quit because to do that job, I would have had to carry around oxygen with me. And because of that and what I worked around, I could not have oxygen because I could go up in a poop of smoke.
Yeah.
So, but the thing was, though, I could have done it with what I've got now. I could have done it, but government came in and says, they told me I can't even sit at a flea market in a stool taking money for people paying for stuff. They said, I can't even do that.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck here all the time. So I am so glad y'all are locked up, locked in, quarantined. Now you know how I feel.
I said that, though. I said that, Bill. This, to me, being on like a lockdown is my normal life.
Yeah, you just don't like being told.
That earlier. John's just pissed off because of one reason.
Yeah.
Because somebody told him he can't go outside.
Yeah.
Because John told me earlier, he said, if they hadn't said anything to me, I'd have been happy. We'd have stayed in here, no problems.
Yeah.
He said, now I'm upset because they flat told me I can't go outside.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to go outside. John, I do understand. I really do.
Not that I would go outside, just that I'd like to be able to make that choice.
Yeah.
You do not want your liberty taken away from you.
No.
Exactly.
Hence the reason why we threw all that damn tea in the river, in the bay. Because we did not want to be ruled by Britain. God save the Queen. And of course I didn't. And of course I didn't.
And a fascist regime.
And of course I didn't say save either. I did not say save. No. I put an H in front of that A. God save the Queen. Oh yes.
Yes.
It shows the bloodline. Look what the prince did. He went and caught Corona. And it showed him meeting people, walking up and sticking out his hand, and then going, oh no.
Yeah.
Like, you're a dummy. Yeah, he is. I expect him to fly away at any moment with those ears he's got.
I've got him.
Prince kind of reminds me of Dumbo the elephant from Disney. Who is John
how is John listening to this without headphones? He's got headphones, but he's a little, mine a big chunky headphones.
I've only got a little one.
So do I.
Anyway, going back to Brits, that's another conversation we could have about Roanoke one day.
No,
not interested in that one.
No, it's just too. No,
just not a one to go on.
It's not worth it. Not worth it. Because it can be anywhere from the Native Americans wiped them out, they starved to death, or they figured out they had no food, so they moved on and they scattered. Okay,
Yeah.
that's Roanoke right.
Yeah.
That's Roanoke right there for me in a nutshell. I just told
Yeah.
you about it. That
Yeah.
they landed. They were told, "Stay there. We will be back soon." They did. When they finally came back later than what they said, no one was there. Okay, they were
Yeah.
killed, died, or moved on. Case closed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm Claire. Dream about
Cognitive.
things that come true. For
True.
nothing sinister. Yeah. You got a trait. Vaughn, you got a trait. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, see, I mean, I can relate with what you're saying because I have moments of, and I know other people do, deja vu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I have had it so strong and could see what the outcome was going to be and actually changed it.
Yeah.
Did completely different than what I saw was coming on. I've also had this deja vu. I feel like I've had them in dreams. So,
Yeah.
can you dream lucidly? All that? Yes. I think some of mine have been. And I've just marked them up to deja vu because I know I've had dreams about people I never knew and never would be. And just a dream, you know, just a dream. And then, lo and behold, 10, 15 years later, I meet this person that I met in my dream.
Coffee, please.
Same name, same everything, you know. But yeah, I mean, I do believe that can happen. I really do. And I think it's a gift that just some have, but I don't actually, let's take that back. I don't think it's a gift. I just think your mind has never been completely closed.
Yeah.
Your mind is still open. It still has that reason to make it self-aware. Because it's like how we talk about children in the paranormal. The children, they can see all sorts of things. They have invisible friends. They have all that kind of stuff. And we mark it off as to like, no, don't do that. People will think you're crazy, like you're stupid. But Mom, I didn't. No. You're imagining things. And they basically, they take them out of it. And basically what that is like they basically are taking their, as far as thinking is concerned, they're taking their innocence, their virginity away, as far as being able to think openly. Now they are
thinking for themselves.
Now they are being contaminated by adults, outside media, all sorts of things, you know, and they start believing it. And the more you believe in it, the more closed your mind gets. I use the news and stuff to make me question. It's like this COVID-19 bit. It's more of me believing that this is a cover-up, more so than this being the second wave of the Spanish flu type thing, which is going to take everybody out. Oh, I found out this was much better. I should have had y'all on the opposite side of the screen. Because before y'all were looking at me like this.
I know.
But now it's just, I mean, it only takes me almost 3 hours to figure this out. But, you know, we're good. We're good.
I've still not figured it out, Bill. I've still not figured it out.
Well, what I did is on my big screen, and see, I've got one open where I've got my notes.
Yeah.
Half my screen is there. Then I've got the other screen that's over here. Then I've got the iPad that's running over here. And that's only because my son hasn't got over here yet to hook me up multiple monitors. Because when that gets done, I'm going to have one here, one up here, and one over here.
Wow. You could have a proper big setup.
Yeah. And that way I won't have to do split screens like I'm doing right now. Because right now I'm on a 29-inch doing a split screen.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. I'd rather have my 29 inches showing everything. I'm a size queen. I'm sorry. The bigger, the better. You know. That's the reason I always carry a magnifying glass. That's small. No, here, use this. Wow. See, I told you.
Oh, Joe, Mike, there are loads of cover-ups in this world. There are, Joe.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, too, I blame it a lot of times on the government. And I'll be honest, it's not the government. Not really.
It's above them.
Right, because what it is that the government is actually the puppet.
Yeah.
And I think at one time they called it even a puppet government, which means this is a government that is being run by higher powers and higher controls.
Yep.
I'd be honest, I believe all of the world's governments are puppet governments. Because there's basically, we'll say, basically three entities that actually govern the world right now. And they're talking about making a one world government. It's already there, basically.
Yeah.
It already is. And as a matter of fact, I read something the other day in the conspiracy theory about the one world government, and that the United Nations is going to be the government. That is going to be the controlling factor is the United Nations, government of one. And that the country that will be in charge of the United Nations is the U.S.
Right.
I read that the other day. Matter of fact, I think I read it yesterday or the day before. And it's just like, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can really see that. Oh, yes, Vaughn, higher control is behind the scenes. Actually, they're not really behind the scenes. You just aren't looking deep enough. It's out there, like they always say. It came from the X-Files. The truth is out there. And it is.
You've just got to...
If you would just do your due diligence and look for it, you'll find it.
Yeah.
You really will. And, just keep thinking. Keep broadening your knowledge, your imagination. There again, just remember, your knowledge is only limited by your imagination.
Yeah. It is. Your knowledge, it is. It's as far as what you want to openly believe.
Because, what fool ever came up with the idea of Middle Earth? What fool ever came up with things such as demons?
Yeah.
Well, at the very beginning, the first person who came up with this idea was a fool. Then after proof, it was like, well, he wasn't such a fool as everybody thought he was. The guy was actually pretty dadgum smart,
Yeah.
But, it just, don't believe everything that, I guess what I'm trying to say is don't believe everything as being truth and fact. If you have any
just because you've been told it, isn't it?
If you have any doubt to it, if you doubt it in any reason, go search it out. Find out for yourself.
Yeah.
And like I tell people, like I said earlier, if you go out and some of the things we've talked about and you find I'm wrong and whatever, please come back and tell me I'm wrong and show me where I was wrong and see if I can rebuttal it and show you where that was wrong. But hey, believe me, I'll be the first one to tell you I have been wrong many, many times. The second one to tell you that would be the boss.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, she would probably be the first one to tell you that, and I would be the second. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just do the research. Find, all this information we're giving to the government while it's going through this. Good. See, over here in the U.S. right now, we are going through a census report. I just filled one out. Census.
We haven't had that yet.
Just when this started, somebody wrote the other day, it's like, this is really a good time to send a census ballot out to reply to.
Yeah.
When COVID-19 is going on. So what they're going to do is they're going to send one now. And then after COVID-19, they'll probably send out another one toward the end of the year or whatever to see, has it changed? Yeah, man. due to COVID-19, we got 15 mutated things living around here now. I don't know what happened, But no, all kidding aside, though, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Joe. I think people are scared at truth. And I think those that are scared at truth are just happy to plod on through life. And I'm not going to say be ignorant, because I think that's the wrong word to say. But I think they are very closed-minded. And I don't know.
I don't know, it's closed-minded. I think if you look back at that film, The Matrix, when they were taking out the Matrix, certain people wanted to go back in because they preferred it in that little bubble.
In that bubble, yeah.
I can see that. I can see the Matrix. Is this reality or is this a dream?
Yeah.
How do you know? Because even a dream seems so real. Because you in your dream, you reach out and you touch stuff and you actually think you're doing it.
Yeah.
So what? So I'm not saying I do believe 100% in the Matrix that we are actually.
No, yes, but
then again, I'm saying, no, it could be. And the thing about being scared of the truth, I don't think it's really the deal of people scared of the truth. I think it's more that they have been led down a path of knowledge that has been given to them through schools and stuff, which are now being found out is false.
Yeah.
Because we now found out that it was not Christopher Columbus who discovered, there again, it wasn't America anyway, but he is not the one who found America.
No.
And, that the Vikings were actually over here before they were, and showed where that the Norse
we were watching that, weren't we?
Had actually traveled far into the continental northern United States. Yes.
We saw a program on that not long back, and it was showing you in America some of remains. Obviously, there weren't much. They were just like
the stones.
See
Stones, right? The guide stone, right?
Yeah,
right.
And then they were like slipways built where they used to pull the boats up and everything. You could still see it land where they fitted right dimensions for these boats and everything.
Right, and that was way before Columbus. But Columbus, well, first off, the British would not fund Columbus. He had to go to the Italians to get the money.
Yeah.
And the thing was, too, with Columbus, what got me is the first thing he did is got the Native Americans being known as Indians. And that was thanks to the Pilgrims that came over, because he had come over here and he says, because what it was is that Christopher Columbus's main goal was to find India, a quicker trade route to India.
Mm-hmm.
So, the northern and southern continents, North and South America and Central America, it covers just about the full length of the globe.
Yeah.
So when he came over, he had to run into something, and that is a big something to run into.
Yeah.
And when he ran into it, he automatically said, "Oh, we've discovered India." No, you ain't, you dummy. And there again, it was an island. It was actually an island that he landed on. He actually didn't land on the mainland. He landed on an island.
Wow.
But that's another story, Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Again, brings it in. Like you said, Bill, there's so many things that we can bring on and talk about, and everything. Just it's amazing.
Yeah,
it really is.
I try to keep my brain cluttered with stuff to keep me going. I do.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, got Johnny Depp. What's got Johnny Depp in it? I love Johnny Depp. What are we talking about?
A film called Transcendence.
The what?
A film called Transcendence.
Oh, I never saw that. Mel did.
I've not seen it.
I'm not a sci-fi person.
Oh, I am. I like my sci-fi films.
But Claire, were you saying it were on pretty similar lines to what we're talking about, or something?
Okay. But I just, I'm not a big sci-fi person. Not really. I mean, I did see 2001: A Space Idiocy.
Yeah.
And I did watch 2010 because that was the sequel to 2001. But as far as sci-fi stuff, not really. I'm just not really into it. I mean, I believe in it. Don't get me wrong. I believe in aliens and all that, but it's just not my cup of tea of what I want to sit down. About the only time I'll study sci-fi type stuff is when I'm watching an educational program on history, A&E, something like that. You know.
Yeah.
And it's an educational thing, and then I watch it with a grain of salt because they do the pros and the cons, and I watch them both and go from there. You know. Because sometimes the pros outweigh the cons, sometimes the cons outweigh the pros. Okay. Yeah. But I do watch it. But most of the stuff that I do, and there again, I keep going back to the internet for watching, but you got to be careful on the internet because some stuff out there ain't right either, you know.
Yeah.
And like,
definitely.
Like a lot of times the first place I'll go is Wikipedia. That's kind of like a starting point for me because it will give you some good references down at the bottom and stuff to go check stuff. But you got to remember, Wikipedia is a system where anybody can go in and add to what is there.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it might not be right. It might not be right.
Like you say, it's a good starting point, but then you need to go deeper into it.
Right. Like I said, I use it as a starting point. That's to get me inquisitive enough that I want to pursue further, you know.
Yeah.
But boy, we've had a nice long chat.
We have. It's been really interesting.
What are you doing?
I'm just messaging.
No, Fifi, she's.
It has. It's been such an interesting talk, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm looking forward to getting some more topics together and subjects to talk about and engaging people in chat. And
you know what I'm looking forward to?
Go on.
When I can come over there live and terrorize you in person.
I know.
We're looking forward
I know.
to that.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, because I got some openings, so now I don't have to. There's one plan I'm not doing anymore, so that part of the tour has been cut.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, though, taking out that one has added about 3 more now. So
exactly. So
I plan on coming over there for a long weekend, just a few days. No. Man, it's looking like with everything's going on, it's looking like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's like a 2 week holiday.
I've got another gentleman who lives in London who wants me to come visit him.
Wow.
He does he makes equipment, paranormal equipment, does experiments and stuff.
All right, that'd be interesting. That's an interesting.
It's funny, his name is Simon also.
Right.
Not the same Simon, though.
Not the same Simon, no.
No. Not the same Simon. This guy actually builds equipment and stuff for the paranormal field.
Right.
The one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yes. Oh, and on this, for the people who are listening, next Wednesday, which is April the 1st, go on Facebook and you'll put in HAPRC live. Let's see. Where am I? Let me just get the real one for you.
Which I did put link in for it earlier for group.
Well, he did.
I'm going to say you could share link if you want to.
Again, it's not
I'm about to do just that. If you notice, I'm looking at the other side now. Let's see. What do I? Okay, what's on your mind? I don't want no mind. I ain't got a mind. Oh man, hold on just a second.
There you go.
There we go. It's up.
Oh, I know it's up. Y'all can't see y'all. I can see y'all, but y'all can't see me. Let's see.
I've actually put it on YouTube, not on Facebook.
It should go on both.
You've done it. Okay. Well,
it wants to go on Facebook.
I can't put it on Facebook for my phone because I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, if you come off and go onto the Facebook one.
Hold on. I'm doing it right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing
marvelous.
it. I'm doing it right now. So give me just a second. I might be slow, but damn, I'm good.
What time will it be in our time?
Somebody did. ETA Paranormal. It's on there. It's
told you.
It's showing Facebook groups. Let me make sure.
What time will that be live, Bill?
Yeah, that's the exact same one. That's the one I've got saved up over here. Okay.
In your time?
It will be y'all's time at 7 p.m.
I'm going to say 7 p.m. I thought that's what
It's
it
from
was.
7 p.m. until 8 p.m. UK time.
Marvelous.
Yeah. It will be during the time that y'all are having dinner.
No, everybody. I think we have normally our tea, our dinner between 5 and 6. 7 o'clock's normally a good time when people have just finished.
That upsets me then, because I was hoping I was going to be able to give indigestion.
You still could to some. You still could to some.
Is Mr. Tom Gully going to come on and join you one night?
Tom is, he might come on and watch and put in things, but Tom is not I don't know. See, he's not one. He would be the one to call in, not show up.
Yeah.
And of course, on these, we don't. I mean, I would like to find out how to associate this with either Skype or Messenger to where somebody could call in. But until I figure it out more, okay, we won't worry about it. But Tom, I'm sure he will be watching the show and possibly because see, the thing is during that time, Tom is working. Because for him, that would be okay. That's when that's
even in America, it's different.
Behind, so that would be I'm at 2 p.m. He'd be at lunch. No, he might be able to watch it. He might, because it'd be his lunchtime. Mm-hmm.
No, that's good.
I'll have to let him know. Yeah, but that one went through though. John,
good.
That one. So that is the right one.
Yeah, that's good.
It should prove to be interesting.
We'll even share it in links after. Yeah. We'll go back on and drop it in links after and put time and everything on. So
and I will also give a fair warning too. What is the subject of what's going to happen on that for the people who are listening? It's a catch can. It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be, Tuesday, I might have a full program that I'm ready to go with. Something could happen Wednesday morning that puts me on a tyrant that I just come back on and go, you know what? I was going to do this.
Yeah.
But guess what? I am tired of these idiots out here.
Yeah.
I might go on a Tom Gully rant at that time,
Just don't do a Trevor.
Yeah, don't do a
Trevor.
Like I told them too, because we will, all shows I'm doing, I'll have a mod on, of course.
Yeah.
Somebody from HAPRC will be on watching it and stuff, but I've already told them though that I think Yvonne Hunter, I think you might need longer than 1 hour. No, ma'am. Yes, I could, but no, it will be pinned down to an hour because the HAPRC, due to the different live feeds they put on, we do kind of stay on a schedule of being on for like 56 minutes and something is what they kind of time it at. So, just don't do a me. Listen now, Simon, I had it before you did.
We could even bring Bill on ours and do a live show on ours and we can bugger off.
I've always been crazy, Simon. I said a madman. I didn't say an old man. Ha ha ha.
Dear.
I would love to do a show one day with Simon. I would.
Yeah. I think Simon would have loved to have come on today. I think just because of what day it's been.
Simon really seems interesting. Like I said, like I was telling y'all yesterday, I think me and Simon, we could probably sit down for the day, throw something in front of us to drink, what it be. Mine would be chocolate milk.
Yep.
And could probably sit there and carry on a conversation all day and never get up.
Yep. Do you know something, Bill? I can actually see that happening. Just because I know how Simon is, I know how you are, and getting to know you and getting to know Simon.
Yeah.
You've both got that.
Well, I could see Simon enough that I could see me and him on a disagreement.
Yeah.
And somebody'd be worried about we're about to kill ourselves.
But the thing is, for you and Simon will say it just as it is, just like you will say it just as it is. Right. Do you know? And that is the best way to be. I do believe that sometimes you have to word it slightly different so you don't upset somebody, but it's how you say, yeah.
You watch how you say certain things, because you don't want to be over aggressive, because at that point that could actually throw the balance of the scales a different way. And especially if it starts getting heated.
Yeah.
But I have found out the most fun I have, Simon, I am older than you.
I think he's 60, Simon, into next
He
week.
is. Simon,
60 tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Simon's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, he's 60 tomorrow.
60 tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm still older than you, Simon. Respect your elders.
It's a good job none of you said that to me.
Oh, look at Lindsay.
No, Lindsay, you respect the phone and the laptop. No.
I do. I've just nearly trapped all my legs in it and everything. It's these wires, they're all over.
Yeah, right. Give it an excuse.
I know.
I'm just going to nickname you Grace and get it over with. You're so graceful.
Yeah. Laura's put it's 11:11 here in Ontario, California.
Wow. This
what gets me in England, UK, we're all on the same time. You go to America and the different states have different time zones. I just think it's
we got 4 time zones over here.
4 time zones.
But there again, we got one state though that does not respect daylight saving time.
Right.
Arizona stays on the same time all the time.
Right.
They never change. All the other states do. And there again, it is called daylight saving, SAVING time, not savings time. You ain't savings nothing. It's daylight saving time. And everybody goes around going, daylight savings time. No, it ain't. No,
it ain't saving.
It's saving, not savings. But anyways, when that person said, no, it's 11:11 there, I was going to say, it's 2:38 here.
Yeah, it's time are we on here?
It can't be.
I think we're on about.
It would have to be 2:11.
We're on 6:15.
Well, you are now, and there it would be 11:15 now.
Yeah.
I'm saying everybody's minutes usually stay the same. It's the hours that change.
It might be. I mean, my computer might be a bit fast.
No, the minutes always stay the same. They do. It's the hours that change.
Yeah.
But I always used to remember, I think it was either Saturday Night Live or somewhere where they'd have the clocks up on the wall.
Stop it.
And it would have the different time zones.
Yeah.
But one time zone would say like, everything would be like on the 15-minute, 11:15, 1:15, 12:15. It'd be like that. But then you'd have one clock that goes 3:45, it's just completely off. And it's like, it can't be. This is a different world. But anyways, so I say tomato, you say tomato.
Tomato.
You say ketchup, I say catsup. You say apple, you say apple, I say orange. But anyways.
Hey dear. Right, I think we're gonna call time now because I think everybody's disappearing for the tea over here. I'm
glad we're finally coming. It's been fun.
Yes, it did.
Do you know what? It's been it's been so interesting, and just thank you for your time, Bill. And like I said, we will be doing it again. The reason why we come on at 3:00 our time for Bill is because that's the best time for Bill to come live. He's got other commitments that he has to do.
Because in about another 45 minutes, I go on lockdown until after what it would be y'all's time. Well, after the 28th, when y'all go to the daylight saving time, I am busy from that time until y'all's time would be 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So during that time, there's no way I can do a live show. So what'll happen is when everybody goes back to work and stuff like that, and we continue these. You'll just have to come home, watch them,
then go back to it.
Come up with some questions, get them to Lindsay or myself, and then we will get those questions for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Just it's been amazing what I caught of it as I was working. Next time I'll get it all for sure. Well, Claire Bear, just go back and watch it after this later.
Exactly, Claire Bear. No excuses.
Laugh. But I'm glad everybody came and watched.
Yes.
Thank you also, Simon. I do appreciate it. Thank you. And like I said, Simon, I do plan on having a meeting of the minds with you.
Yeah. Well, you can do it through here. Me and John can set it up and we can just all talk on here.
He's using StreamYard. He can always bring me on.
Yeah.
I mean, all y'all got to do is just have him friend me and get my messenger service and just
exactly.
Me and I'll come on his side. Like
that'd be really good. I think Simon. Thank you, Bill. Yeah.
That was before I said that though. He said, "Oh, okay. Well, maybe that. Okay, thank you, Bill. Yeah."
Simon would definitely love to have you on, Bill, because he loves everything like this. He loves these kind of talks and these kind of discussions and, like you said, debates. Even if somebody's got a different way. Yeah,
I mean, let's throw up a debate. The sky is blue.
Yeah,
no, it's not. It's red. Okay, fine. Let's discuss this.
Yeah,
because I have seen the sky red. So hey, what can I say? Yes, like I said, Simon, and also too on the weekends I'm open.
Yeah,
with an advance notice. I'll put it like this: with an advance notice, I can be open.
Yeah,
on the weekends. I don't.
Oh, that's good.
I don't have this thing about having to be off. I'll tell you what it is. When I have to be off, I'm taking care of my lovely wife.
Yeah.
She comes home at that time. I let her relax. We talk out the day. Then I go in and I cook supper for her. I serve her dinner while she's watching TV and playing her games. And then after that, I'm free again. But the thing is, right after that, though, I do watch the Tom Gully Show.
We do at 10:30.
And he comes on, next week, after the 28th, after this weekend, he will be coming on at midnight y'all's time, or at 11:30 is when he starts his pre-show.
Yeah.
So you're right, Claire Berry. You are right.
How would you, Bill, to sum up Tom Gully's show for us Brits? How would you sum up the Tom Gully Show? Because it is an American chat show, but with a twist. So how would you sum Tom Gully up, just to give him a shout out this afternoon for tonight's live?
The way I would sum Tom Gully Show up is that we are talking to an honest to God, down to earth American. He is conservative, I will tell you that. But there again, in some ways I am too. I am more what over here they call a libertarian. I like the best of both worlds. I like some of the stuff that the Democrats have, but I like a lot of stuff that the Republicans have. And it's just different stuff like that. Like just real quick, for instance, we'll use the one of capital punishment. I believe in the smoking gun theory, which that means if the person was seen, there's irrefutable evidence that they did it. Yes. And I do believe in capital punishment, eye for eye.
Yep.
So if they did, yes, I would say that he's put to death. But there again, I don't believe in putting him in prison in solitary confinement for years, because over here, general population, we spend this was 10 years ago, we spent $36,000 on each inmate.
Yeah.
All right. Death row inmates was double that price.
Yeah.
For keeping them around while they do all these appeals. Now, appeals. There again, that's another story we can talk about. But, But on the smoking gun theory, on that one, I'll say that on that, yes, I do believe they should say guilty, death, and then do like the Chinese do. Take them out to the middle of the square, put up a petition, put them behind it, kneel down, poop one to the back of the head, and then they send the bill to the parents to pay for the bullet. They do. They send the parents a bill to pay for the execution because they had them. So, but I believe in that. But now, if it wasn't proven, now that's a different story.
Yeah.
It's a completely different story. But anyway, it's been really, really fun. I have really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bill.
Got the horns off the Billy Goat, but hey, no problem.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much.
Right. You stay where you are anyway,
stay where
Bill.
you were a minute, Bill. And we are now going to end the broadcast. So Bill will be on our live tomorrow. Maybe if we go live tomorrow in chat, and because I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but Bill will be on. So if you can add him that way, or you can look for him on Facebook, because Bill is also on Facebook under Wild Bill.
Oh, okay. You tell them
to send you messages if they want to inbox you a message or something. Look under Wild Bill. Yeah.
It'll show up Reverend Wild Bill or Wild Bill.
Yeah.
And just in case it does show up, you really need to go any further. The last name is Paris, but the way to remember it is it's like Paris, France, but with 2 R's.
Yeah.
So it's Parris. I know some people have had to find it that way. Some people have found it through Reverend Wild Bill.
I found, Reverend. Yeah.
You'll go, well, there's a bunch of Wild Bills on here. All right, now here, look for this one. And there again, too, let's see, I don't know what my little emoji thing is right now, but if you look for the one that's got a guy that's got like an Indiana Jones hat on with sunglasses and a blue T-shirt and kind of looks like everybody says I look like Richard Petty from NASCAR. Found the right outfit. And the little picture in the background,
it'll be some of these masks.
And the picture in the background, the little thing on the bar in the background, what that is a picture of Camp Crystal Lake from Friday the 13th. That's how you know my feed. My page, as you'll see. Yeah. But anyways, hope to see maybe some new people on my page, some new friends asking to be admitted. Just let me know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Let me know how I know you, like Lindsay, and however, because I'll be honest, I'm not going to say how many, but I get a couple every day, and it's like, how do I know you if I don't have mutual friends or anything or nothing? Why?
Yeah.
So, but everybody, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to coming back, and really appreciate y'all's questions. I hope for a lot more.
Definitely.
And Lindsay and John, I do appreciate it, guys.
Love you so too, much. Bill.
Right.
Thanks everybody for joining. Peace out. Woohoo! No. He's trying. And go.